Good evening, Tribe fans. Welcome to Pirates Stadium in Crandall, Texas, as we get ready for Week 3 action here on JISD Live. Aaron Swink, Todd Travis, Ryan Travis, and, of course, down on the field, the man in the hat, Matt Montgomery. Matt, how is it down there on field level, even though I'm only about 4 or 5 rows above you right now in the bleachers?
I don't know, but I got strange looks wearing a black hat when it's 110 degrees down there on the field, but that's okay. The black hat goes everywhere. Rain or shine. It's like the Postal Service.
That's right.
Yeah, it's warm. I mean, there's no doubt this is going to be, until the sun goes down, it's going to be interesting. Maybe this is the last really hot day that we have. This is the end of the summer, the third game into the season. We are in Crandall, Texas, the home of the Pirates. You got two teams here, both 1-1. And in their first 2 games, both teams have experienced very far extremes, Aaron. Crandall lost their first game 64-10. to 40, and then Jacksonville played a really good game, didn't win the game against Sulphur Springs, got beat 29-16. Then last week, Crandall comes back into the win column. They beat Kaufman 22-15, and Jacksonville goes down 51-19 to White House. So, both teams have had a good game. Both teams have had a not-so-good game. So it'll be interesting to see in Week 3 because, you've always heard those improvement. When does a team really improve? You always hear it's somewhere between games 2 and 4. That's where you should see the most improvement. We'll see which team does that tonight.
Yeah, and Week 3 and 4 will wrap up the non-district slate for Jacksonville, and we were talking about this. If you've been following the schedule, you know the Indians are through the Wildcat portion of the schedule and have now moved into the Pirate portion, so dropping the first 2 of the season to the Sulphur Springs Wildcats and the Wildcats of White House, and now tonight, of course, it's Crandall's Pirates, and then next week home for homecoming to take on the Pirates of Pine Tree. So Jacksonville just looking to get into the win column for the first time this season and trying to rebound after a week, Matt, when it's really hard to take a lot of positives away. Obviously, there was one big one, the Jermaine Taylor 108-yard record-setting punt return, but Jacksonville would like to string together a few more positives tonight, maybe come out with a win.
Yeah, the kickoff return.
The kickoff
yards.
return.
Yeah, broke Chris Carpenter's record. Again, like you said, not many great things happened last week, but I will say this. In the first quarter of play, I mean, it was a dogfight. You could tell that both teams, especially when Jacksonville let White House go all the way down on the kickoff return to start the ball game on the opening drive, they go all the way down, and Jacksonville stops them for a field goal. That was the first little shot of adrenaline for Jacksonville by keeping them out of the end zone. And then Jacksonville comes down the length of the field, and they have it first and goal at the 2, and they don't get in. And so that's kind of when you started to see a little momentum shift. And then, of course, the wheels fell off, as they say. And, boy, you were just looking at a team that really, to me, in Jacksonville, just lost confidence, especially in the second half. They just got down. They got their dauber down. It was a self-fulfilling prophecy, and White House took over. And you got to believe that that's probably the way that Crandall felt their first week against Forney. Forney just dominated Crandall by a score of 64-10, like I said a minute ago. And then they snapped back last week and got the win over their 175 rival in Kaufman. So, again, both teams coming into the ball game got to believe that, hey, this is our week right here. One good game, one bad game. And if you're Jacksonville, you're on the road. You got to put it together. You got to cut out some of the mistakes. And last week was just a rough offensive night for Jacksonville. Only 25 yards rushing for Jacksonville. To me, Aaron, that was the difference in the ball game last week. Besides a lot of special teams miscues by Jacksonville, but after running for 155 against Sulphur Springs, that really kept them in the ball game momentum-wise until Sulphur pulled away in the fourth quarter. Man, those 25 yards last week, they were hard to come by. You're going to need more of a running game tonight against this Crandall defense.
Yeah, absolutely, Matt. And one of the guys that you look for to do that, obviously we've talked about the 3 or 4-headed attack that Jacksonville's got, but one of the guys that you're really going to look to tonight is our spotlight player, Reese Hicks. Of course, Reese, the transfer, the junior, came over from Frankston, and you can see some of his numbers there from Frankston last year. He had from first 2 games of this year, if I can read Ryan's graphic here that he's done such a great job on, he had 19 carries for 79 yards. Obviously, that's 4.2 a carry. You'd like to see that number inch up if you're Jacksonville. But Reese, one of those guys that can really make this rushing attack go, Matt.
Oh, no doubt. And so, of course, he also starts at free safety for Jacksonville. A lot of guys going both ways. Didi Morris, he's actually Didi's the leading ball carrier for Jacksonville. 15 carries, 91 yards through 2 ball games. Has 1 fumble. Reese, 19 is 79, as you said. Jaden Boyd, 16 for 63. He gets the tough yards inside. But like I said, such a great first week. Got to do better this week here. Defensively, Jacksonville has got to shut down 2 receivers, number 11, number 12, for Crandall. They are long and tall, and they can catch the ball. And so that's really the key defensively. They got to shut those guys down and stop the run. I mean, they got gashed last week by Whitehouse for a lot of yards on the ground. Got to fill those gaps. But it's this is a game that is only the 4th meeting between these two teams. Crandall's won all 3 of the previous meetings. Last year it was a barn burner. Jacksonville had a chance to win that ball game. At Tomato Bowl, they lost 42-37 to Crandall, and Crandall out of District 7 5A Division II. There's about a 300 student difference between Crandall and Jacksonville, which puts Crandall in that 5A Division II level, and Jacksonville, of course, 4A Division I with 1,258 students. Last year, Crandall went too deep in the playoffs, lost a lot of key players. They still had 28 lettermen back, but only 3 guys on offense, 4 on defense, and that's kind of explains why they're maybe off to a little bit slower start, having to replace a bunch of seniors on a team that went 9-3 last year. Jacksonville, of course, have 20. Yep,
Matt.
It
so
is.
At about an hour and a half, and so we'll see how the Fighting Indian faithful turn up tonight. But they're starting to make their way in. Of course, the Fighting Indian band is here, and they're getting in place as well.
So I think we have a first. I
Okay.
didn't get a chance to talk to her, but we have a female official on the crew. This is a Dallas crew, by the way, and I mean that's pretty cool. I mean, I think it's the first time that I can remember. Now, I've been doing these games. Jacksonville's never had a female official. Maybe we're just way behind the times here out in East Texas. But this Dallas crew, I saw her and I went, oh, all right, we got a female official. Been seeing them all over the college level and the NFL, of course, and finally we get. We break the barrier, if you will.
All right.
So,
well, as you said, a Dallas crew. Of course, as you get up 175 here, you get into that area where we run into, or I say run into like it's going to be a problem.
Yeah.
But we get to experience games with Dallas officials that we don't always see. So
yeah,
that'll be interesting to see.
Once you get past Maybank, you start to kind of get into that area where they reach down this way.
Yeah, so as we continue to get ready, we're inching toward the 7 o'clock hour. Glad you're with us here on JISD Live. Want to take an opportunity, Matt, while we've got a few minutes, speaking of JISD Live and the JISD Student Media Department, I want to give a shout-out to Lee Traylor and his crew with the JHS Media. They are up for an award, and I'll pull it up here, get all the information. As you can see, the graphic there. This is an award through Dave Campbell's Texas Football, of course, publication that we're all familiar with, for the Student Multimedia Spotlight Award. And Mr. Traylor tells us that this is a program, or this is an award rather, where there have been 10 schools honored, and then there's going to be a voting process, which I believe will the vote will actually take place in November.
Yeah, that's correct.
Is our understanding, and then I believe that there is. I don't remember exactly, Matt.
Yeah, there's going to be a public poll to vote. So we're going to be announcing this every week because I want everybody to know. After doing radio on these games since 1982, we did radio all those years. Sometimes I didn't know if we were going to get on the air or not with all the equipment and stuff, but it's where we've gone to where we're going to JISDlive.com with the kind of technology and the leadership by Lee Traylor with his student-led media organization inside your high school. Very impressive. And, of course, Ryan Travis, our producer, what will we do without him? I mean, he's taken us out of the 19th century
That's right.
into the 21st century. And, I mean, guys, I got to tell you, I think I told you all this. there was times when I didn't know if we were going to get on the air.
Right.
Because I was putting the equipment in, I was plugging stuff in, going, can you hear me? Can you hear me? And well, now since we've got JISD Live and Lee Traylor and his crew, and of course Ryan, it's been a lot better. So we're going to keep everybody posted on that. We want everybody to get online and vote. Dave Campbell's Texas Football, top 10 media program in the state of Texas. Jacksonville High School's in that pool right there. They were highlighted this week. Find it on Twitter. And
the information that I was looking for, Grace Traylor just texted me. I will mention this. If they, of course, Grace, another one of those that makes everything go.
Yeah, no doubt.
For us. And Grace reminded me that if JHS Media is to win this contest, they'll be presented at the state title games at AT&T Stadium, and they'll win $2,500 to use toward the program.
Wow! So
that is going to be would be a big accomplishment for them. So we will definitely keep everybody posted. And now, speaking of JHS Media, let's go to one of their great productions that we get to take part in every week. That's brought to you by All Smiles Dentistry. It is time for Smoke Signals.
Dr. Folden, Dr. Westbrook, Dr. Stocks, and their dental team at All Smiles provide a wide range of dental services. This includes cleanings, fillings, crowns, bridges, implants, and cosmetic dental care. Call and schedule your appointment at 903-586-0741.
Welcome to Smoke Signals, everyone. I'm Matt Montgomery, along with head football coach and athletic director Jason Holman. Fighting Indians were on the road last week. In week 2, Coach Whitehouse, we knew they were a good football team. I don't think the score was really reflective of Whitehouse being that much better than your football team. What's your overall assessment of the game?
Well, we didn't play anywhere to our capabilities. I can tell you that. We had some opportunities early to score and take the lead and get into the game, and those didn't happen, and I think we let that snowball on us, deflate us to the point that it ended up at the score that it was. It's hard to explain as a coach, but I think we suffered a little bit from a backlash of a tough-fought football game the week prior, and just didn't have our heads in it when we came back. So it's something we've got to wipe out of our memory and move on.
Probably the biggest thing to me that looked different than the Sulphur Springs game was running the football. You had 25 yards of rushing is all you could muster against Whitehouse after having 155 against Sulphur Springs. That seemed to kind of set the tone. I mean, you threw the ball decently down the field, but just couldn't get the running game going. They had 6-7 guys in the box.
Yeah, we knew that they were aggressive defensively. We knew it'd be a challenge to run the ball at times. We weren't efficient at all running the ball, and pretty well they made us into what they wanted to do and made us into one-dimensional football team. And when you're dealing with that and the man coverage and the press looks, you're going to win some and you're going to lose some in that case. So we really needed to get a running game going to help complement the passing game, and it just didn't work out for us.
Several highlights in the ball game. Let's take a look at those right now. Here's 3rd and goal. Mike Miles and Drew come in.
Yeah, and this was early in the game. We've had a really good goal line stand.
This was a very athletic play by Jermaine. You get the interception, and he strips it and gets it back.
Yeah, it was a great hustle by him and just great awareness. It's a good point not to ever give up on a play.
And this is one of the best catches of the night. Jaden coming out with a wheel route.
Yeah, it was a good ball, put right into place. Good catch.
Here's Jermaine doing what Jermaine does. Nice throw by Brady. Comes back, 25-yard gain.
Yeah, we knew if we could get the ball down the field on them some, and this was another big gain for us.
And here's a throw from Brady to Jermaine. Nice stiff arm here for 26.
Yeah, it's a great job of getting open, being physical, warding off a tackler, and gaining some extra yards after contact.
Here is a laser coming up by Brady to Zeke for the score.
Good job by Zeke getting inside man coverage and finishing on the play in the end zone.
Here comes Jordan Dorsey disengaging from the blocker and makes a nice tackle for loss.
Big play by Jordan. Excited about his play. No matter how tired he gets, he plays hard for the entire game.
Great move here by Zeke after he catches it. Look at that move.
Yeah, good move there to get past the middle field defender and give us some big yardage.
Comes another pressure by Jordan Dorsey.
Yeah, there he's again beating the tackle, gets quarterback knocked down, forces a high throw, and the defense is able to recover and tackle for loss.
And here's a Jacksonville High School record, 108 yards by Jermaine. I was saying, what's he doing?
Yeah,
and he comes out.
All were at that point. It was kind of shocking to see him field it, but I think he was just tired of how things were going, obviously, as we all were, and felt like he could make a play, and he did, to his credit. Yeah,
decided to try to change the game right there, and you can look at the game totals right there. And again, I talked about rushing yards already. All in all, Coach, I mean, and there's the turnovers again. Those are things that, obviously you want to get worked out before you get into district play. And you got a big test this week. Crandall heading up to Pirate Stadium to play the Pirates. They took it on the chin their first week. They got beat 64-10 by 40, but then they turned around and they won last week 22-15 over Kaufman. Talk about Crandall and what they do.
Well, Crandall's a solid football team. Obviously, we played them tooth and nail last year, had an opportunity to win it last year. We expect the same type of game going in this year. They've got some playmakers offensively, got the receiver core, particularly the outsides that are long, and they cause some matchup problems. We're going to have to be physical on the perimeter and tackle well. But primarily their running game. I mean, they're going to ground and pound it. A lot of the throwing they do is off of play action because they're so heavily running, such a heavy running team, kind of like White House in a sense. So we've got to do a great job of controlling them. And what we didn't do last Friday night, we got to make plays on third down, and we got to get off the field. We gave up too many third down opportunities, just lack of focus, lack of tackling. We got to get off the field on third down defensively. Then offensively, we've got to get back on track. We've got to get a running game going. We've got to find ways to attack their defense, which I think there's some holes there. They're a good defensive team, but just like anybody, they've got weak spots that we've got to pressure and attack, and hopefully we can get back to playing some complementary football.
Coach, this is the third week in a row you're playing a football team that went to the playoffs last year. I know that, as a coaching staff, you guys like these kinds of tests. Do you feel like going into this third game that you're getting to that point where, you still have one more non-district game at home with Pine Tree, but getting ready for district play is what I'm getting at. Do you feel like you're progressing? I know last week was tough, but there were some good things that happened against White House that just they made some big plays and got the win. So what are you looking at right now as far as improvement? Where you think you are right now getting ready for a couple when it really counts in district?
Well, we've obviously got some keys to work out, kicking game as well. But, in the district that we play in, you've got to have been tested prior to going in the district. And by the time it's all said and done, I think all 4 games are going to be big tests for us. Pine Tree had a big win last week too. They've over Lindale, so they've shown capability to play at a high level. So, if we're going to survive our district contests and we're going to reach our goal of getting into the playoffs, we're going to have to beat those types of teams. We've just got to be resilient. We can't give up on us, regardless of the situation, circumstance. We've got to play a 4-quarter game of football. And we didn't do that Friday night. It was disappointing, but that's what we hope to rectify coming back this week and get back to just playing our brand. And like I've mentioned, put ourselves in a position in the 4th quarter to win games and, have an opportunity to get out of a visiting opponent's stadium with a win. You got to win on the road as well to be a good football team. So it's a big test for us.
Coach, how much of it is, and I know I hear you guys talking about, I hear a lot of coaches talking about, how important is it for the teams, for your team to say, hey, don't worry about what they're doing. We got to worry about us and what we're doing. You hear that a lot. And it felt like last week in the game against White House that Jacksonville kind of played to White House's strengths instead of focusing on what they do well.
And that's exactly right. That's what we fell for last week. And, the message has always been, you don't play watching the scoreboard. You don't play based on what happened in the past or what you might think may happen in the future. All we can control is what is in the present, what is now, what the next play brings is what we can control. And, you've got to fight that urge, doubt coming into your mind. We didn't play White House well last year, and I'm sure that's what kind of went into our heads once things started going south for us, is kind of here we go again attitude. You've got to wipe that out of your memory, and you've got to play, like I said, you've got to be in the now, in the present, and play one play at a time, and that's got to be your focal point. And that's how you get into games in the fourth quarter with an opportunity to win. And if we'll do that consistently, we'll have those opportunities.
Coach, keys to the game for your team to get the win.
Get back on track. Get that sour taste out of our mouth from last week. Get back to playing football like we did in week 1 against a good quality opponent, and that gives us an opportunity to fix things when we're in it and we're playing our best. We got opportunities to fix things and make tweaks, and that's how you improve. So we've got to get back on track, and we've got to get on that plane where we're improving steadily every single week heading into district.
Jacksonville versus the Crandall Pirates on the road this week. We'll be live streaming the game, of course, on JSDLive.com. For head coach Jason Holman, I'm Matt Montgomery. We'll see you next time right here on Smoke Signals.
And that was Smoke Signals. Again, we'd like to thank All Smiles Dentistry for their sponsorship of not only Smoke Signals, but all of Matt's conversations with head coach Jason Holman this season. We are back here live at Crandall's Pirate Stadium as we get ready for this Week 3 clash between the Fighting Indians and the Pirates of Crandall. Matt, and feel like Ryan and I are now honorary Cherokee Charmers up here in the bleachers.
Y'all are, I think, is my mic on? Yeah, okay,
yeah,
I can hear you. Okay,
yeah,
I
we got you.
All right. Yeah, I noticed that. You look good up there. Give me a couple of kicks there.
Well,
and,
hey,
that way.
Is
from 9 yards out on a slant. And really, as you said, just last year on the varsity as a sophomore, was just kind of trying to figure it out. Really did a nice job last week because White House they were keen on Jermaine Taylor. There's no doubt. Jermaine had 7 catches the first game against Sulphur Springs. Last week he had 5. They were all in the first half. And, of course, you mentioned the record-breaking 108-yard kickoff return for a score by Jermaine. But that was really one of the only times he saw the ball in their second half. They pretty much tightened up on him, and Zeke stepped up. Now, hopefully Jacksonville can, work some other guys in it. Trevor Arrington got injured in the first quarter last week, and so he was out. And so, you start losing people like that, puts a lot of pressure on those guys like Zeke and Jermaine to carry the load. They want to spread it around. And offensive coordinator Jason McClendon does a great job of making sure that he has the right packages in the ball games at the right time. And I think that tonight, maybe with Jacksonville getting some of those kids back, they'll be much better.
Yeah, you hope that Jacksonville will continue to improve tonight. Talking about spreading it around, Matt, let's go around the area and look at some of the district foes for Jacksonville in action tonight.
Well, Athens is playing Rusk tonight. Rusk is coming over to Athens to play that game at Bruce Field, where Jacksonville will be in a couple of weeks to open up District 9 4A Division I play. Last week, Athens got their first win. They beat Life Waxahachie by a score of 49-28. A big game tonight that is interesting, at least I think it's interesting, since Jacksonville is going to be playing Pine Tree next week finishing up the Pirate Tour. Kilgore at Pine Tree. Pine Tree beat Lindale last week. They just didn't beat them. They beat them pretty solidly. And so that's going to be a big game to watch. Kilgore at Pine Tree. Chapel Hill at Greenville. I don't expect Chapel Hill to have any problems with Greenville. Palestine is going way down to Livingston to play them as the Palestine Wildcats lost big last week. They had Nacogdoches beat in week 1, and then they got beat 40-36 in the last few minutes. And last week they played Jasper, and they got smacked 46-24. Lindale lost, as I said a moment ago, to Pine Tree 42-22. They are hosting Van tonight. So Lindale has a pretty tough schedule there, and they won their first game, lost last week. We'll see if they can get back in the win column tonight as they play Van. And finally, the last Jacksonville district foe, Henderson, will be hosting the Marshall Mavericks tonight, who sadly had to play Longview last week, so that was kind of tough. Henderson lost to Hallsville last week by a score of 35-28. Of course, Henderson with a new head coach over there, trying to get their program started. They won their first game. A lot of teams 1-1 in the district. Of course, Jacksonville looking for their first win.
And they hope to get that tonight here at Crandall as we get closer to kickoff. As you can hear the Fighting Indian Band tune up just to our left here in the bleachers at Pirate Stadium. And, Matt, we really are a part of it tonight.
Well, when you're sitting in the stands like the table and you got the extension cord coming down, and, I mean, this is a rigged up deal here, buddy.
Yeah, now,
of course, we did this a couple of years ago. But
yeah, the last time we were here, and some of our fans will remember a few times, and we hope that this doesn't happen again, but dropping the stream a few times is unfortunately one of the Crandall workers at the ticket booth.
Yeah, where it's plugged in.
She was counting money. She was doing her job, doing a fantastic job. No complaints, except she kicked our cord out of the wall a couple of times.
Not once.
Yeah.
About 3 times.
Yeah.
Yeah, I made the long walk around there, and finally I just said, she was counting money. And I said, hey, ma'am, you got to watch that cord right there.
So,
that's keeping us on the air.
Yeah.
She goes, oh, I am so sorry.
Well, and she probably wasn't expecting that any more than we were.
Yeah, great people here at Crandall. Great hosts.
As we said, we're a little just a little strapped for space as we've talked about earlier. The town, the city of Crandall just has outgrown this facility.
About 12.5 minutes before kickoff, we want to thank our sponsor for this part of our countdown to kickoff. They are good folks at the South Jackson Dairy Queen, Gene Brumelow, JHS class of 1967, and his daughter Ann Brumelow Farmer, JHS class of 2006. Thank you, Gene. Thank you, Ann, for always sponsoring this part of our countdown to kickoff as the Cherokee Charmers now taking their place on the field as the festivities getting closer and closer. Week 3, one more non-district game next week at home for homecoming. Pine Tree's going to roll in and started something new in week 1 versus Sulphur Springs as far as JSD Live. Got the table out outside, and Aaron, you guys got a little pregame show there.
Yeah, with the pregame interview guests.
Tell our viewers who we're going to have on this next week.
Yeah, so of course in week 1 we had JHS Principal Dr. Ben Peacock, and next week for homecoming we have Jacksonville Mayor Randy Gorham. We're actually going to get him off the lake and out of the fishing boat for a little while and have him sit down. And of course that's just a joke. Randy is, of course, also a fantastic CPA. He brings you our stats as well all season. So we'll have lots to talk about with Mayor Randy Gorham next week. Really looking forward to that.
Yeah, and of course we will do as we always do. We'll be bringing you homecoming. So if you're streaming and you're at home and you don't want to fight the crowd, it's going to be a nice night next week, though, guys. It's not going to be like this.
Yes.
The weather's going to be looking pretty good for homecoming. So if you can't make it to Tomato Bowl, we'll be on JSDLive.com.
Yeah.
I think we're going on at 6:35, so you can see all the homecoming festivities.
That's the plan. We'll make sure that way we can get all the festivities in and our interview with Mr. Gorham. So looking forward to that. But Jacksonville would like to be coming into homecoming with a win tonight here in Crandall. As we get closer to kickoff, about 10 minutes to go, is Crandall having their version of, as I guess we would say, Matt, their version of the Little Indians, the Little Pirates, if you will. They've made their way out of the run-through, and a lot of schools doing that now, getting the kids involved, and it's a lot of fun.
My granddaughter Brinley did it the first week for Jacksonville. She's in 5th grade, and man, she was so looking forward to that. She had such a great time doing it, had a blast. I think it's really cool when you can get the kids down on the field like that, because these football players in high school, they're grown, man. They're grown men to them.
That's right.
So it's cool to get them involved.
That's right.
Jacksonville now coming out of we're going to call it the weight room. There's an indoor practice facility at the high school for Crandall, but they have a weight room facility over here, and that's where Jacksonville was housed pregame. So now they're coming out of there and getting in the run-through, ready to go through. And now there's the Jacksonville school song. Let's listen in. JHS High School Band under the direction of Donnie Berry. We'll hear from them on the Whataburger halftime show. Appreciate them making the trek over here, like you said, Aaron, with the stands a little bit smaller. Charmers pretty much have the side section where you are filled up, and the band doesn't have much room over here on the left of you guys. But it's doable. It's doable. It's very cozy.
It is that.
Crandall High School Band now performing their school song.
Matt, kind of a sparse Jacksonville crowd tonight, but
yeah, it is.
Hopefully lots of folks joining us on JISDlive.com. Glad to be able to bring you all the action.
Hopefully they'll have a great game to watch in the comforts of their home, because it's still a little sticky out here, but it's getting better. Wind's blowing, not too bad. Crandall High School Band finishing up their school song.
So both teams have made the way out to their respective run-throughs.
Getting ready for the coin toss, and I didn't get a chance to ask head coach Jason Holman of Jacksonville if they did that pregame coin toss like they did the last couple of weeks. I'm sure they did. I just didn't get to him in time. So we're going to learn when everybody else does who is going to get the football to start the ball game.
So the Fighting Indians captains tonight, number 17 is Uriel Rosales. Number 67 is Rafael Foy. And number 11 is senior Carson Shoemaker. They make their way out to midfield to meet their opposite numbers from Crandall.
So the official tosses the coin and looks to his left and says something to Carson Shoemaker. That means Jacksonville won the toss, and Carson kind of waves his left hand a little bit right there, like he's going to defer. Maybe not. Let's see what Jason Holman told Carson he wanted him to do. So Jacksonville will take the football and not defer, and the Fighting Indians will be going from right to left on your iPad, phone, or however you're streaming. Isn't that what they say? Or however you're streaming? Okay.
Yeah,
I got to work on that.
There are no more radio dials.
Nope.
So.
Yep. I remember doing the radio dial thing for years, and then with the radios went digital. They didn't have that anymore.
They didn't even have dials.
No. That sun is just above that tree line. So any receivers looking from here to there, that isn't happening. You're not going to catch that football. You can't see it, but it's you won't be able to see the football right there. But just a few more minutes, and it'll be down. It's a beautiful field here at Crandall. It's just the very small stands and press box. Here come the Pirates out of their run-through.
Pirates all in black, and now here comes the Tribe. The road whites, the blue trim, and the blue helmets for the Fighting Indians. About 4.5 minutes to go here to game time. Jacksonville, as Matt said, will be taking the ball, so we'll see the Fighting Indian offense on the field first. Brady McCowan will lead Fighting Indians out.
Let's go.
And so now the Crandall High School Band will play our national anthem.
by Cadet Command Sergeant Major Brandon Bell. The Texas flag is carried by Cadet First Sergeant Haven Diaz. The right guard is Cadet Captain Samaya Freeman. And the left guard is Cadet Private First Class Thaddeus Jackson. And now, the Pregame Band for our national anthem.
Crandall High School Band with the national anthem. Once again, we want to thank our sponsors for our countdown to kickoff tonight and every week. First, Micah Hoffpower of Texas Farm Bureau, and the great folks over at the South Jackson Dairy Queen, Gene Brumlow and his daughter Ann Brumlow Farmer. Thank you all for sponsoring both sides of the countdown to kickoff. We're about ready to go here, Aaron, in week 3. Jacksonville versus Crandall. Again, the 4th time these teams have met. Crandall has won all 3 last year in Tomato Bowl, probably the closest contest that Crandall came away with a 5-point win. So we'll see Jacksonville offensively to start the game. And Aaron, as I said a minute ago, it wouldn't be long, and thank goodness that sun now. You guys can relax up there and not be looking into that sun as they are in that corner over there, huh?
Yeah, it's just about down to the trees for us, Matt, so won't be long.
Crandall wearing all black and gold. Jacksonville in their road whites with the blue numbers, blue pants. Sleeves are also blue. Good look there. So dropping back for Jacksonville on the opening kickoff here will be Reese Hicks, Jermaine Taylor, who had the 108-yarder. I wonder if this kicker's been told don't kick it to number 3. I'm sure he has. We're set to go, week 3. Glad you're with us here on JISDlive.com. And with your play-by-play, here's Aaron Swink.
And we are underway here at Pirate Stadium with a short kickoff to the far side. Fair caught over there just outside the 20 as Trevor Arrington makes the fair catch. And we apologize, and we are getting a little bit of feedback. And, Matt, that may be with your microphone. So
yeah, it could be. Tone me down a little bit, huh?
We'll see.
People don't want to hear me anyway. So
So we'll try to tune that in for you, but glad you're with us. So Jacksonville will get started from their own 24 here in week 3.
Fighting Indians will start with Jermaine Taylor flanked left. You got Zeke Whitaker, the junior, had 7 catches last week, and great to see Brendan Richards back, number 22. Jaden in the backfield with Brady.
So McCowan takes a snap, a bit of a low snap. Handoff is to Boyd, straight ahead for a few, and then shoved back.
They'll give him a couple right there. Not a good start handling the ball right there as ball comes back and Brady has to kind of reach down a little bit. Late handoff to Jaden.
They called it about a yard,
Yeah,
so
only-
second
yeah.
and 9, ball on the 25 now.
A little bit of wind in the face of Jacksonville here. And now official stopping play. Let's see what that is all about.
The clock is still, the game clock and the play clock still running.
Okay.
Now the game clock stopped at 11:26, so
Second down 9 for Jacksonville. Again, a little bit of a wind in the face of the Fighting Indians offense here.
McCowan drops back, looks left, going to throw this way near side, double coverage over here on Jermaine and incomplete.
Yeah, and that ball was thrown way wider to the sideline than Jermaine's cut was, so I'm not sure if that was clearly it was a miscommunication between Jermaine and Brady right there. Brady throwing that way toward the sideline. Jermaine was running on an inside curl, not outside. So third down, 9, Fighting Indians are really weak on third down conversions. The first two games, Aaron, 37% conversions on third down.
Trips left, one right, go the Indian receivers. McCowan under pressure, going to put it up deep. Underthrown and intercepted.
Kendrick Jones just outran. Well, actually, I mean, it looked like Brendan Richards had a step on him. Brady hesitated, tried to go deep, and just did not get enough on the ball. Again, the wind, the wind kind of held it up just a little bit, and that allowed Kendrick Jones to come away and pick that off.
Yeah, Matt, I was going to say McCowan didn't quite get it there, but you're right. I think it held up in the wind.
But I will tell you this, that was third down 9, and that right there would be better than a punt from where Jacksonville was into the wind. So not a bad turnaround. You don't like to see turnovers, but trying to look at the positive side of that interception. Here's Crandall.
Gage Wickersham, the quarterback for Crandall, he's going to come out throwing on the first play of the ball game for the Pirates. He finds Michael Collins on this near side for a few. Collins, one of the receivers we highlighted in the pregame.
Yeah, they are tall and long. Look at the receivers, 11, 3, and 12. All of them well over 6'3", 6'2", 6'3".
Yeah, those are all seniors. Number 3 is Logan Wilbanks. So there's two of those guys on the left, one on the right. Now handoff is faked, and Wickersham to Collins again, and Collins hauls it in around midfield, and he's going to move the chains.
A nice catch that time by Collins. It was a little bit behind him, and Wickersham got rid of the ball quickly, a little bit slow behind, but they make the catch for the first.
So the Pirates, same look with a fake handoff, just overthrown is Collins, or he would have scored.
Tavius Kincaid covering for Jacksonville. Got beat on that play right there.
Yeah, Matt, we're picking up some pretty heavy feedback from you there, partner. So
sorry about that. I'll move over.
It's all right. We don't know it. We were talking in the pregame. The metal fences and bleachers don't like your microphone too much.
Jermaine Taylor checks in at corner for Jacksonville.
Two receivers left, one right. Wickersham looks left into the slot, got his man, and lots of room to run for first down yardage. Goes Wilbanks. We mentioned him, the third of that senior wideout trio, and he's got the first down.
Okay, hey, I'm being told I got to go get a sideline pass. Where do I get that, ma'am?
From the athletic director.
So Wickersham now with a handoff straight ahead, a big burst. We'll see if we can spot the number on the back as he makes his way.
Okay. Golly, you got to be kidding me. All right, you're going to have to catch me up. Oh, first down, Crandall.
So Crandall,
This lady's wearing me out over here.
with the first down. Knocking on the door of the Fighting Indian red zone. Wickersham over the middle, incomplete.
Yeah, good coverage by Jacksonville. Zeke comes over there and puts the lick on Collins, separating him from the ball. I tell you, Wickersham's got a cannon there. He delivers the ball perfectly. He only had one pass on this drive so far that I would say was just a little bit behind the receiver. Everything else is on the money.
Two receivers right, one left now. Man in motion to the left for the Pirates. And this time Wickersham looks to throw left. Collins makes the catch, but he gets popped.
Nice job, Jaden Boyd. From his linebacker position, stayed home Wickersham let the rush come, almost like they were trying to set up a screen. Nice job there.
So a third down now.
Third down and 10 to go. Third down and 8. No, 11. I mean, they had a loss right there. Excuse me.
So we'll see if the Fighting Indian defense can hold as Crandall is, as we said, knocking on the door of the red zone. Flag flies as there was some motion on the line. Offside on the Indians, the call. So
you got to watch the ball. I mean,
yeah.
That is. I mean, it's not doesn't give them a first down, but it makes it a little bit better for them. Hard count gets them again.
Matt, you're not going to get thrown out down there, are you?
I don't know. I talked to the lady, and she did not tell me. No.
Two receivers right, one left. Throws to the left side. It's caught. Collins still on his feet. Down near the goal line goes Collins, and he scores. As I was distracted, as Matt is in a conversation now, hopefully he'll end up with a credential and can continue calling the ball game. And so now the extra point attempt is brought to you by our friends at Neighbors Coffee in downtown Jacksonville. We're at the 9:06 mark here in the first quarter of play. And the kick is up and on the way, and it is good. So with 9:06 to go here in the first quarter, our score now, Crandall 7, Jacksonville nothing. We'll take a short break and come back. This is Fighting Indian Football on JISD Live.
We'd like to say thank you to tonight's team meal sponsor, Roma's Italian Bistro. Thank you for your valued support of Jacksonville Athletics.
Bill McRae Ford has been serving East Texans since 1976. They can help you find the best deal on a used car or if you're ready to purchase something new. Open Monday through Saturday. Bill McRae Ford. Come see us.
And we are back live at Crandall's Pirates Stadium, where the Pirates have taken the early 7-0 lead. And Matt,
I didn't get to see the touchdown. I was being frisked.
Matt will rejoin us as ball blows off the tee. It was Collins who caught the touchdown pass, and so just as we predicted in the pregame, he's going to be a
well. They do throw the
target.
ball well, don't they?
They sure do.
Well, when you got those kind of receivers, man, you want to use them, and they did on that drive.
So now the kickoff fielded cleanly here on the near side.
Drew Dials.
For the Indians, and Dials will make his way out to the 35. So good starting field position for the Indians.
So the Crandall administration, they knew who I was. They knew I was at Jacksonville, but they were fretting about me not having a pass. I said, I didn't get a pass. I talked to the lady that emailed me, said we were all good on credentials and everything. She said, I sent them to the school district office, and I said, ma'am, I don't work at the school district. So she said, I know who you are. So anyway, that's what all that was about.
Okay, well.
And then they got after Jay Neal for the Jacksonville Daily Progress for the same thing.
Boy.
He didn't have a pass, so.
Well,
they're pretty tight on security here. I don't blame them.
No, sure.
So here's Jacksonville, first down.
Glad you're still with us.
Yeah. I'm not going to jail.
Rolls to his right, still looking, sets, throws.
Caught.
And it's caught.
Jermaine
Taylor, as he's hit almost immediately.
Nice job by Jermaine. 3-year starter, knows how to adjust when he sees his quarterback rolling out like that. Came back for the football. He'll pick up 5 yards. Second down, 5 now for Jacksonville as Whitaker now will slide in at the Y position. They'll drop Jermaine right next to him off the line as the Z.
So McCown
going
to hand off as Reese hits on the stretch play, and he makes his way for a few.
He's going to get it.
And that's good for the first Bill McCray Ford first down of the ball game for Jacksonville.
Tough run by Reese on the stretch play. Good blocking on that left side by, I mentioned them when that just right before the play, Zeke Whitaker and Jermaine Taylor curling around there and stock blocking the linebacker and the DE. First down, Jacksonville.
So now a pitch play to Hicks going the other way to the right side, and lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage that time was Hicks.
I just didn't get that block, Thad Hoffpower out there, and just kind of overwhelmed by that linebacker. He was trying to block and just knocked him off and made the tackle on Reese. So H-back Walker, Ryan Walker, the senior, he'll check out. Hicks stays in at the running back position. Trip set left for Jacksonville. Hoffpower, Dials, and Taylor. Check that, Arrington. Not Hoffpower, Trevor Arrington.
And so now McCown mishandles the snap a bit. He's got it, though. Fires for the slot, incomplete.
It looked like Brady just kind of fumbled the ball a little bit after the snap. Just wasn't clean. Yeah. And then when he got the grip, you've got to have that ball gone. And it just had an open receiver there in Zeke, and he just missed him. Just didn't handle the ball well right there. So third down 10 now for Jacksonville.
Same trips left look, one on the right side. The Indians look to move the chains and keep the drive going. McCown looks left for Taylor, and he's intercepted, and that will be, you said it, a pick six for Kendrick Jones.
His second interception of the quarter, Kendrick Jones, and that ball was in Taylor's hands, and Jones took it from him. I mean, that's not just a pick six, that's a steal pick six, because that ball was in Jermaine's hands, and Jones of Crandall just came in and said, "Give me that." And he goes 42 for the score.
So just like that, Crandall up 2 scores, and Kendrick Jones putting together a highlight reel.
Well, when you can't stop Crandall offensively throwing the football and then their defense gets a score, you're digging yourself a hole here in this first quarter. So Crandall will send out their kicker for the extra point.
That's junior Ryan Williams.
You got the quarterback holding Wickersham. Gage Wickersham. I'm telling you, he sounds like a Princeton lawyer.
So the extra point attempt brought to you by our friends at Neighbors Coffee, downtown Jacksonville. Snap is good, the hold is good, the kick is on the way, and it is good as well. So 7:41 to go here in the first quarter. The score now, Crandall 14, Jacksonville nothing. We'll take a short break and come back. This is Fighting Indian Football on JISD Live.
Since 1953, Hubert Glass Oil has been serving East Texans the finest automotive fuels and lubricants. Hubert Glass Oil Company, the clear solution for your business.
The honey barbecue chicken strip sandwich is delicious. It's got that barbecue flavor, the cheese melts on top with that Texas toast. You look at it, your mouth starts watering. It's my go-to sandwich. The honey barbecue chicken strip sandwich, that's my all-time favorite.
I'm Matt Montgomery. For over 40 years, my business has helped people manage their money and organize their financial life. I'm a registered investment advisor with the state of Texas and chartered financial consultant. Whether you need portfolio management or comprehensive financial planning, I can help you. Call me for a free consultation.
And we're back live at Crandall's Pirates Stadium. 7:41 to go here first quarter. Crandall leading Jacksonville 14-0, and the Crandall defense getting in on the act, Matt.
Yep, that pick six right there, that's a killer. I mean, that's the second interception of the quarter from Brady McCowan, and I mean, I'm not sure who to give that credit to. I mean, it was just a great defensive play. Just took the ball out of the hands of Taylor. And here's the short kickoff, about to get to Drew Dials. No,
Dials lost control of it. See if he got back down on the ball.
You know,
looks like he did.
7:37 remaining in this first quarter, and it's one of those quarters where you're like, let's get out of this quarter. Things are not going well for Jacksonville. Down 14-0 in the first 5 minutes of the ball game.
Hey, Matt, Lee Traylor wanted to let you know that he's glad you stayed out of jail.
Man, they were wearing me out. I pointed at the JISD Live cover on the microphone. I said, these are the people we're with. I mean, like, I emailed with this lady. I emailed with her twice this last week. She said, well, you don't have a pass.
Oh, well.
Is that bureaucracy at its finest right there? You don't have a pass.
I'm not getting into that.
Oh, my goodness.
2 receivers on the right, 1 on the left for
Morris.
the Fighting Indians. Handoff is to Dede, and he runs into a wall of Pirates.
Fighting Indians, no push at all on the offensive line. None. Mars was running downhill like he does, the leading rusher for Jacksonville coming into week 3 here. And he ran into, as you said, Aaron, just a wall of black Pirate shirts.
So now 2nd down. Ball sitting at the Jacksonville 37-yard line. Jacksonville has not yet been into Pirate territory. McCown will try to change that as a toss to Ryan Walker. Picks up a few.
And I think that may be Walker's first catch of the year.
Yeah, I was just about to say, I think you're right, Matt. I think that is his first catch of the season.
He's got a kind of a nagging right elbow injury right now. You can see the black wrap on his elbow, and I just keep expecting, him to get more into the offensive scheme. And the first couple of ball games, it just didn't work out that way. So nice to see him with the catch. 3rd down, 5 for the Fighting Indians.
See if Jacksonville can convert here. McCown with some time, sets and throws, and just does not, couldn't get it.
We're going to have a late hit on Brady McCowan. Underthrew that one right there. He was under pressure, and he threw the ball sooner than he wanted to.
Yeah, he underthrew Drew Dials, but he did take a shot and draws the roughing the passer penalty.
He saw the guy coming and just got rid of the football quickly before he got smacked in the mouth, and after he released it, the guy followed through, and you can't hit the quarterback under the chin like that, so they give Jacksonville an automatic Bill McRae Ford 1st down.
Ball moved up to the Crandall 44, so Jacksonville in Pirate territory for the first time this evening. This time, handoff to Boyd, and he will try to move the pile, and he is thrown back.
Well, when you see the Jacksonville offensive line all standing kind of around each other with their hands on their hips and black jerseys just mauling Jaden Boyd, that's what you call, detaching from the block and getting to the ball carrier. And they did that.
Yeah, great team pursuit there from Crandall's got to be said.
Mares will check in for Jacksonville in the backfield.
This time, McCown looking to load up and go deep. Right side, 1-on-1, incomplete.
He's looking for Zeke deep. This is kind of a dimly lit stadium, wouldn't you say, Aaron?
It is. I was just about to comment on that. That corner
is dark
down there is very dark, and we'll see how that plays out as the sun goes down.
So 3rd down and 9, another 3rd down situation for Jacksonville. They were able to convert a moment ago on the penalty, but not yet in real football terms. Look out.
McCown under all kinds of pressure, and he is dropped.
Brought the linebacker off the edge that time. Josh Honora. Nobody blocked him, and Brady just could do nothing but just tuck the ball and make sure that he didn't lose it on contact. So we'll see Jesus Nunez for the first time. He'll be punting into a wind of about 15 miles an hour in his face.
So with 5:24 and counting, Nunez looking to try to flip the field, but as you said, Matt, he'll have to overcome some wind in order to do it.
3 offensive possessions for Jacksonville. They had a 3-and-out, a pick 6, and they got a penalty 1st down a moment ago, and that's it.
So Nunez, the rugby-style punt again. This time, that hits the hands of the return man, and it's a live ball, but it looks like the Pirate return man was able to fall back on it.
Yeah, that ball was, as you said, the rugby-style, kicked it very low.
Yeah, not quite as much of a run out though.
No, it
Matt,
wasn't.
and we have to wonder if the block punt touchdown had last week had anything to do with that.
Yeah, really. I mean, if you'd had a 6'4" lineman on that line of scrimmage, that might have hit him in the head. So here's Crandall leading 14-0. 5 minutes flat left in the first.
Wickersham goes back to work. He hands off.
Good run stoppage there.
Straight ahead, not much there. The Indians staying home.
Carson Shoemaker along with Reese Hicks on the tackle. Kincaid will check in for Jacksonville for Brendan Richards. And
2
Jacksonville's
right, 1
got
left.
Jacksonville's
this time though, handoff.
Oh, wow.
Now a stretch play as room opened up on the far side, and Andrew Anderson ran for daylight.
Jacksonville had 12 men on the field. Unless Brennan Richards was just, no, I'm sorry, I apologize. Brennan was just swapping positions. Kincaid was not subbing for him. He was just swapping sides with him. Still, first down, Crandall.
Big first down burst for Andrew Anderson of the Pirates, and now Wickersham going to load up, going to go deep. Got a man wide open. It's a touchdown. It's Logan Wilbanks, the senior. And just like that, Crandall is up 3 scores.
Man. Well, Zeke just lost him. I mean, Zeke was looking in the backfield, and Wilbanks went right by him, and it's too late. You cannot watch the quarterback in the backfield. You got to watch the receiver. Went right by him, Aaron.
Now the extra point attempt is brought to you by Neighbors Coffee. Unfortunately, it's the third already for the Crandall Pirates, if you're a Fighting Indian fan, but
yeah, just a horrific start for Jacksonville.
let's see if the Fighting Indian band can ice the kicker with Wabash Cannonball over here. Yes, we are.
Too much time.
We are right in the middle of this action.
Well, actually, I mean, gosh, in Crandall's defense right there, Jacksonville subbed 2 players, and it looked like the officials just let them run off the field and, didn't blow the whistle. And I think that's what the Crandall coach is asking them about. He said, well, why did you stop play to let their guys run off the field? We should have snapped the ball. So they'll move this one back to make it a 25-yard extra point for Crandall. Well, there is no flag. Okay. Yeah, so that he explained it. That's a good call. Good. That's nice to wave that off. He said the clock was stopped for substitutions.
So now we're finally set for this extra point attempt. The kick on the way and good. So with 4:29 to go here in the first quarter, our score now, Crandall 21, Jacksonville nothing. We'll take a short break and come back. This is Fighting Indian Football on JISDlive.com.
Gene Brumlow, class of '66, and his daughter Ann Farmer proudly support Jacksonville athletics. Come on over to the South Jackson Dairy Queen and get one of their world-famous blizzards. Dairy Queen, where happy tastes good.
Tonight's game statistics are sponsored by Randy Gorham, CPA. Randy Gorham, CPA, the source for your accounting and income tax needs since 1984. Since 2004, Legends Old Time Burger Cafe has been the home of Jacksonville's best old-fashioned hamburgers. Hand-battered chicken strips, chicken fried steak, fries, and onion rings are the best around. Legends, home of Jacksonville's best old-fashioned hamburgers.
And we're back live at Pirate Stadium in Crandall, where the home team has a 21-0 lead. And, Matt, we're still in the first quarter.
Oh, it's just ugly. You could not have an uglier start if you're Jacksonville. I mean, Crandall came ready to play, and Jacksonville did not. There's no other way to say it.
So the Fighting Indians need to respond on this drive. The kick is on the way. It'll go out of bounds.
Well, you can see they're playing keep away right there. They don't want it. Well, of course, Jermaine's not in there right now, but this kicker's gone all over the place with his kickoffs. He's getting a lot of work, too.
He sure has.
We don't want that. So this will be, what, the 4th offensive possession for Jacksonville. I believe they have 2 first downs, 1 by penalty and 1 they got.
That's right.
Yep. And then the pick 6, the punt by Jesus a moment ago. Woof. Something.
Yeah, tough start tonight for the Fighting Indians.
Offensive line just struggling to get a push off the ball. I mean, we talked about it in pregame. Without a running game, Jacksonville their offense just can't get in sync.
Well, it's coach speak and it's cliche, but you cannot be one-dimensional as a football team. And so Jacksonville needs to get the run game involved, as you said, Matt.
The passing game's there. It's very effective, but you got to add to it, as you said. Don't be one-dimensional.
So now McCowan going to roll to his right. He'll throw. He's got his man.
Ryan Walker.
For a gain, and Walker out of bounds, but his second catch of the ball game, second catch of the season.
Yep, he'll pick up 7, the 2nd and 3. And they are bringing him off the edge is Crandall. I mean, Brady had to kind of break that pocket a little bit. They were on him.
This time the handoff is to Morris. He runs downhill, gets a few, and then takes his shot. I believe that was Morris. I'll double check that number.
Yep,
but
it is number 14, Morris.
So Jayville going to try to go a little up-tempo here with Dede, and
he gets the first down.
He will move the chains for the Bill McCray Ford first down.
Man, I just love the way Dede runs downhill.
That's exactly the way to describe it, is downhill.
Yep, and here comes another guy that goes downhill, Josh Gaskin, the junior. He's checking in the backfield.
First time we've seen Gaskin in the backfield tonight.
Had 3 carries last week in his first game.
This time, though, McCowan wants some time to throw, and he does.
Jermaine!
And he's got a
fumble.
First down. The ball's out, but Taylor is back on it.
Oh, you kidding
He's
me?
got the Bill McCray Ford first down, crisis averted.
There was 3 Pirates all around the ball, and all of a sudden, Jermaine just goes right between him and falls on his own fumble. It kind of like the last week. You remember last week when he caught the pass, they stripped him, and then he got it back. Just a real athletic play by Taylor.
Ball all the way down to the Pirate 35-yard line. The handoff is to Gaskin. Whistles blow.
Yeah, they stopped play. That play's not going to count. Let's see.
False start on Jacksonville, the call. So that'll take a little of the momentum.
Got an injured Pirate on the field. They'll attend to him. Aaron, let's take a break.
We'll step away. This is Fighting Indian Football on JISD Live.
For the first day of school. For the last day of work. For the satisfaction of a job well done. For the ideas that change the world. For good times. For not so good times. For her future and hers and his. For serving our customers and connecting communities. We're here with you for good. Austin Bank, with you for good.
And we're back live here at Crandall's Pirates Stadium. The Fighting Indians back to work on a first down after the penalty. As McCowan drops back, got some time, looks right, throws, got his man, screen set up, and Reese Hicks moves the ball for the Tribe.
Yeah, he'll pick up right at 10 yards on that little screen. We'll call it 9, 2nd down, 6 to go as he gets penalty yards back in a little bit more.
So as we go into the 3-minute mark here of the first quarter, the Fighting Indians threatening for the first time tonight. McCowan hands off.
Hicks.
And Hicks into the line and moves the pile.
Be just short of the first down by about a yard. It's going to be 3rd and 1. As who is this down? Is this Hicks? It looks like that's who's down right now for Jacksonville.
With Hicks down, we'll step away again for a short break. This is Fighting Indian Football on JISD Live.
Headed the other direction with the dunk. Carmelo Claiborne
with 22 seconds remaining. What a great play from Roberto Munoz. Wade with an opportunity, spins it to goal, and it is in. What a goal. Lauren Wade gets Jacksonville on the board.
Dr. Darwin Dar and his staff at Dar Chiropractic specialize in family chiropractic care, exercise rehab, digital x-rays, nutrition and weight loss programs, decompression, and chiropractic wellness care. Located down the street from the Tomato Bowl, Dar Chiropractic. They can help you feel better.
Our one-of-a-kind mushroom Swiss burger is back.
And now it's an all-time favorite.
You're going to love this burger. That au jus.
And we are back live here at Pirate Stadium. 3rd and a yard for the Fighting Indians. Ball sitting at the Crandall 30-yard line.
You got JH back in Walker. You got Jaden Boyd in next to Brady. Reese Hicks checked out. Looks like just a cramp, and that's all, thank goodness. So 3rd and 1 is the Fighting Indians with their clearly their best tonight at the 26 of Crandall, looking to try to get this first down.
So now McCown just going to hand it off to Boyd, see if he can rumble ahead.
He got it.
And he's got the Bill McRae Ford first down. So the Fighting Indians now knocking on the door.
Pushes it to the 24 of Crandall as Walker will check out for Jacksonville, and Uriel Rosales will check in for the Fighting Indians at receiver at the Z. You got to come away with points on this drive. I mean, you know, you're down 21-0. I mean, you're on the road. Got to come up with some points here. A touchdown.
2 receivers each way. McCown under pressure, rolls left, fires. Underthrown, intercepted, and guess who? Kendrick Jones.
I don't know if I've ever seen 3 interceptions by one player in the first quarter, but that is number 3 for Kendrick Jones, the senior. 3 picks in the first quarter by one player of Crandall. He's just sitting back there playing center field. And I'm going to tell you, Brady's just not, the passes aren't near as sharp. Of course, he's throwing into the wind just a little bit. He's just a little off tonight, don't you think?
Yeah, it certainly looks that way, Matt. But as you said, I don't know that I've ever seen one player have a quarter like Jones is having.
That's amazing. 3 picks. Yeah, Brady was throwing some lasers the last couple of weeks, and tonight it's something's off just a tad.
2 receivers right, 1 left for Wickersham, but he's just going to hand off straight ahead.
We haven't seen much running in this first quarter, the longest first quarter in history, I think. Andrew Anderson with a carry.
Yeah, Anderson had that one big gain on the last drive.
It's been mainly throwing the ball.
Other than that,
yeah,
not much from him, but here's another handoff to Anderson as we inch toward the 1-minute mark finally in this first quarter.
Yeah, it's Anderson brought down Bowens, Jordan Dorsey on the tackle as well. So 3rd down and 3. Can your defense get a stop here and get off the field?
1-minute mark here. The handoff is to Anderson. He's got
and a flag.
The first down yardage. A flag flies, so we'll
maybe that's holding.
Get that call. Could bring it back.
That may be why he shot the gap right there. Somebody might have held Jordan Dorsey. Let's see the call. If it's from the spot, yep, that's the call. That would put it back to the 15 because it looked like it was, so let's see where he marks it right here. 14. No, that's the 15. Yeah, I thought I saw the hold on Jordan about the 25, so that'll push it back to the 15. They'll keep it 3rd down, but now it's 3rd down 14.
So 50 seconds and counting here in the first quarter. Jacksonville trying to keep the Pirates pinned back. Wickersham going to have to roll out of a little bit of pressure and just throws it away.
Trent Powell, good pressure.
Yeah, 39 seconds to go here. First quarter, that'll bring up a 4th down.
So this will be the first time that Crandall has been in a punting situation in this first quarter. And they'll bring their punting unit out. Jacksonville will send Reese Hicks back. We're glad to see him back in the ball game. But good pressure off the edge by outside linebacker Trent Powell, the senior, forcing Wickersham just to get rid of the ball. Incomplete.
So the Indians try to get some good field position here, but you'll just have to get away from the bouncing ball if you're Reese Higgs. And it'll be down just over midfield. And Yeah, I wasn't sure Hicks was going to get out of there, Matt.
Well, I'm talking about the other two guys. It looked like Brendan Richardson, I can't see the other number. They were just kind of huddling around the ball. You got to get away because somebody comes in and kind of bumps you and your leg hits it. So Jacksonville takes over, 49-yard line.
Yeah, that's where you should hear the sideline yelling poison.
Yes.
Or Peter, or whatever the word is. Different teams have different calls for that situation.
Get away, knucklehead. How about that? They won't say that. Wind's really picked up. Jacksonville has been staring at it this whole first quarter, and that may be one of the reasons that some of Brady's passes have kind of gone awry a little bit. It's whipping down here pretty hard.
Trips left, one right. Go the receivers. Hicks is the back with McCown. McCown got a little bit of time, rolls to his right. Now just has to throw it away as he heard footsteps.
Get out of the pocket and just throw it away. That's a good mental move there. Sometimes it's hard for quarterbacks to, have the wherewithal. Just, hey, the play's over. Wait, go to the next play, so throw it away.
That's right. And, Matt, that's one of those things that doesn't show up on the stat sheet, or it does. It shows up as an incomplete pass, but it's one of those things that can change a game for a quarterback.
Yep.
So the handoff this time, and Jaden made one cut, made a one-man miss, but not able to get to the second level.
Well, it's been a lot of third and long situations for Jacksonville. Yes, we're still in the first quarter, but it's about to mercifully end.
And so there is the horn for the end of the first quarter. After one, our score, the Crandall Pirates 21, the Jacksonville Fighting Indians nothing. We'll take the short break and come back. This is Fighting Indian Football on JISD Live.
As ETMC joins the UT Health family, we're bringing a new vision of healthcare to East Texas, where the brightest minds in academics and medicine work together to treat the most complex health challenges and improve lives, where access to world-class medicine and cutting-edge technology will bring health, hope, and a brighter tomorrow. We are UT Health East Texas, advancing healthcare together.
When life throws you a curveball, give it to the guy who can knock it out of the park.
High drive to right, sending Ludwig back. It's gone! Micah Hoffpower.
Call Micah Hoffpower at Texas Farm Bureau for all of your life, auto, and home insurance needs.
And we're back live here at Crandall Pirates Stadium as we get set to begin the second quarter of play. Jacksonville with a third down and long situation. Ball sitting just on the Indian side of midfield. Indians need to try to move the chains. McCowan throws left. Caught. Good screen setup. Richards, though, not able to make his way for first down yardage, and so see what Jacksonville does here on a fourth down, just into Pirate territory.
Yeah, Brady's looking over the sideline saying, let's go for it. You see Reese Hicks waving, come on, let's go, coach. And, boy, they're going to go for it right here. You're down 21-0. You got to do something positive here.
Yeah, I certainly don't hate the call. Trips right, one left.
Oh,
McCowan might have got him to jump. He may have a free play here.
Where's the flag?
Throws incomplete. McCowan also took a shot at the end of that play, and there's no flag for anything.
That happened last night at Tomato Bowl. You got to throw the flag when they're offsides. They jumped.
So not only did Crandall jump, but as we said, McCowan took a shot at the end of that play.
What's the call here? Wait, it is offsides. Thank you.
All right, I didn't see the flag.
I did not see a flag, and I saw the Jacksonville coaches starting to put their hands out like, where's the flag? It was on the far side of the field. I saw the official pick it up. He threw it just outside the sideline. That's why it's so far away you couldn't see it.
Okay. So well, I'm just glad he threw one.
Good hard count gets Jacksonville the first down.
Yeah. So with the Bill McCray Ford first down, the handoff.
Hicks.
And Hicks is able to keep his legs churning for a nice gain up the left side of the A-gap.
Morris checking in for Hicks. Again, Hicks is free safety. Jaden Boyd plays linebacker. So you got Gaskin, you got Mares kind of filling the gaps for them. And, boy, I tell you, those two guys can do it the way they run.
Hicks with 6 on the last carry, so that'll bring up a 2nd and 4 with the ball sitting at the Crandall 32. Jacksonville with a little something going here as McCowan throws right, and it's caught. And Jermaine Taylor made something out of nothing after the catch.
First down.
He picked up the Bill McRae Ford first down.
Again, I don't know what's going on. When Brady gets the snap, I don't know if y'all notice it, but he's bobbling it, and then he gets a hold of it and he throws it. And it's just not a clean pass. Not sure why that he's not handling the ball right after the snap well. It's like the fourth time that's happened.
Whistles go.
Procedure Jacksonville.
So that'll move the Indians back.
Now Brady McCowan is telling the official something. And
it may be.
Well, Sulphur Springs, they were calling the snap count.
That's exactly what I was about to mention.
Yep. I don't say why kids do that. I don't want to say that's coached, but maybe it is. Maybe the kids are doing it.
It's certainly not uncoached.
It's just cheating, man. It's just cheating.
One of those things where a coach could stop that if he heard it.
Yep. Dede.
Straight ahead goes Mares.
Gets the penalty yards back. 2nd and 10 now. Football inside the Crandall 30 at the 28. So 2nd down, 10 to go.
So 10-20 and counting here, second quarter. Jacksonville looking to get on the board for the first time. The handoff is to Boyd, and he will battle ahead. He's slung down about the 22.
Pick up about 4. It's going to make it 3rd and 6 for Jacksonville. Football just inside the Crandall 25. Reese Hicks checks back in at running back for the Fighting Indians. Boy, offensive line, they need some protection right here.
3 receivers on the left side. McCowan dumps it off to Hicks, and he'll cut upfield.
First down.
Got the Bill McRae Ford first down, and the Fighting Indians in business in the Crandall red zone.
Boy, nice job by that left side of the offensive line. Just kind of releasing just when they needed to. They let the defensive line get past them. Then they slide out there. They get in front of Reese, catches the pass from Brady, and skips upfield for 7 to get the first down. Jacksonville now in the Crandall red zone. This is their best field position of the game so far, 17.
So 2 receivers each way. McCowan rolls right, throws.
Oh, no.
Deep ball over everybody, incomplete.
Wow.
Closest man to it, Kendrick Jones, but even he didn't have a shot.
That's what you call miscommunication. Jermaine running the inside slant. Brady throwing the flag route or corner route to the end zone. Thank goodness he threw it far enough that the corner, number 1, Kendrick Jones, couldn't get it. 3 picks for Mr. Jones for Crandall. Yes, you heard me right. 3 interceptions already in the first half, 1 a pick 6. Timeout, Jacksonville, their first.
We'll take the short timeout with them and come back. This is Fighting Indian Football on JISD Live.
For the past 40 years, Swink Studio of Dance in Jacksonville has provided instruction in classical ballet, tap, jazz, hip-hop, and contemporary dance styles for students age 4 through high school. Select classes for adults and award-winning competition teams are also available. For more information or to enroll a student, contact the studio today and let's dance.
And we're back live here at Crandall's Pirates Stadium. 9:12 left to go here in the first half. The Fighting Indians enjoying their best field position of the game so far. Ball sitting at the Crandall 17 as McCowan and company look to punch it in. McCowan fires to the end zone. Tipped and incomplete.
Good coverage that time. I thought we might get a PI on Jones, Mr. Pickoff for Crandall tonight. He timed it perfectly. Could have got that right hand on Zeke's back, but he put that left hand in there and popped it up incomplete. 2nd and 10.
Yeah, and I thought pick 3 was just a Texas lottery game, but it turns out it's Kendrick Jones' first quarter stat line.
Yeah. It's actually 3rd and 10 after that incompletion. Definitely in Jesus' field goal range here, but man, you're down 21-0. You need a touchdown badly here.
So McCown going to load up again. Left side, throwing, it's caught.
Is that Richards?
And it is Richards, it looks like. We'll spot the number, but
no catch.
Oh, he was not able to pull it in before
I thought he snagged
went out of bounds.
So incomplete, 4th down. They'll send Jesus out to get some points out of this. Like the call here, you want to get on the board, get a little, just get some points on the board.
Get a
the
little
goose
momentum.
egg off. So this is going to be about a 35-yarder for Jesus.
He will have the wind at his back.
Trevor will hold. He's got a 35-yarder already to his credit, does Jesus Nunez, in the Sulphur Springs game. So here we go. Field goal from 35 for Jesus Nunez.
Kick is on the way. It is a low line drive, but it is good.
Oh.
It sneaks in.
It's a bad snap, but a great hold.
Yeah,
the ball just kind of dribbled back there, and Trevor barely got that on the tee, and he punches it through.
Yeah, so the field goal brought to you by Neighbors Coffee is good, and with 9:01 to go here in the first half, the score now, Crandall 21, Jacksonville 3. We'll take a short break and come back for more Fighting Indian Football on JISD Live.
Dr. Folden, Dr. Westbrook, Dr. Stocks, and their dental team at All Smiles provide a wide range of dental services. This includes cleanings, fillings, crowns, bridges, implants, and cosmetic dental care. Call and schedule your appointment at 903-586-0741.
That 100% beef Whataburger takes 2 hands and all of your attention. So yeah, now's the time to sneak that fry. Good thing there's plenty to savor. Good thing there's Whataburger.
Welcome back. 9:01 to go here, first half. Jacksonville now on the board, trailing Crandall by a score of 21-3. Jesus Nunez with his second 35-yard field goal of the season, and Matt, both of them line drives to say the least.
No doubt. I mean, just had a seeing eyes on that thing.
So the kickoff from Nunez is end over end. It's caught just inside the 20. The return man stumbles a bit. A flag comes in.
It's going to be a hold.
So that'll move Crandall back.
Should be a hold on Crandall where the flag was thrown. Officials now trying to get the right number here.
Yeah, that is the call.
We get Andre Moreland of Crandall with a hold, so that'll push the Pirates back. So Jacksonville gets on the board, and Aaron, you get a stop right here, get the ball back, you got the wind to your back. And you just got to stay in the game. You got to stay within striking distance.
Yeah, and of course, if you're Jacksonville, you will be kicking off to start the second half, so you'd like to add another score here in the first half if possible. This time, Gage Wickersham fakes a handoff, throws complete.
Whoop.
First down yardage to Wilbanks.
Oh, he's a handful of
these guys actually checked that. That was actually Smith.
Yeah, that's the Tulsa commit.
But all three of these primary receivers, they are tall and they are tough to handle. And the right side.
Zeke, good tackle.
Good coverage that time.
On that previous play, Thad Hoffbauer. I mean, think Thad having to cover that 6'4" receiver going to Tulsa. That's a tough assignment.
That is a very tough ask for Mr. Hoffbauer. Fake the handoff. The throw is incomplete.
A little bit high by Wickersham, who's been rock solid tonight, the junior quarterback for Crandall. Of course, I really think that I think Todd Travis could probably complete a bunch of those passes with those receivers, huh? Don't you think?
I think he could. I don't know, Todd. Does Todd have his headset on down there? He does not. I wanted to get his opinion.
See if he's got that
oh
cannon
my
going.
Goodness. Two receivers on the right, one on the left now for Wickersham. He's going to look left and throw, and he's got his man and got the first down. And yeah, Todd, Matt's comment was he thought with the receivers that the Pirates had that you could probably complete as many passes as Gage Wickersham has tonight.
Oh, gee, thanks.
He's got some studs out there.
So now a handoff is to Anderson. He's chopped down quick.
Got a nice tackle by Trent Powell, the senior. Played safety last year, and he rolled up as a linebacker, outside linebacker. He just does a great job getting in the backfield and just, as I like to say, he just gets in there and just messes stuff up. He makes a nice tackle right there. Indians subbing. Official stop play to let Jacksonville get him in.
So now stretch play to Anderson, and this time he makes his way around the end, and he's got all kinds of room to run, and he'll move the chains.
Not very good tackling there for Jacksonville. You know, not only did they not steal the edge, but when they did get contact, they didn't wrap him up. You got to get that taken care of before district starts in a couple of weeks when it counts.
So now Wickersham going to throw to the right side, got his man, and now Jacksonville's got to make a tackle. They finally force him out of bounds. That was Jeremiah Douglas on the catch and run.
So that's, I think, the fourth, maybe fifth receiver for Wickersham of Crandall tonight. Man, they have a cupboard of receivers, and Jacksonville has no answer yet. They just, in the second, they just don't.
So now the handoff to Anderson. He spins out of one tackle, and then he's finally brought down.
I'm not sure I want to hear Wickersham stats at the half. They're going to be
oh boy,
gaudy stats for Gage.
Yeah. To go along with Kendrick Jones on the defensive side. This time Wickersham puts it up into the end zone. Got his man, touchdown, Crandall.
By the way, those guys go up and snatch the ball out of the air. That's just a walk in the park for these Pirate receivers so far. Not bad coverage by Jacksonville, but you know they're so long, and they just go up and high point the ball. And unless you are reading every single throw perfectly, they got it down. It's going to be a struggle to stop them. It's 23. Clearly, Jacksonville has some problems defensively.
So now the extra point attempt brought to you by our friends at Neighbors Coffee. Kick is on the way, and it is good. So with 6:45 to go here in the first, the score now, Crandall 28, Jacksonville 3. We'll take the short break and come back. This is Fighting Indian Football on JISD Live.
Dr. Folden, Dr. Westbrook, Dr. Stocks, and their dental team at All Smiles provide a wide range of dental services. This includes cleanings, fillings, crowns, bridges, implants, and cosmetic dental care. Call and schedule your appointment at 903-586-0741.
That 100% beef Whataburger takes 2 hands and all of your attention. So yeah, now's the time to sneak that fry. Good thing there's plenty to savor. Good thing there's Whataburger.
And we are back live here at Crandall's Pirate Stadium. 6:45 to go here in the first half. Crandall extending their lead to 28-3 over a Fighting Indian team that looks a little shell-shocked, Matt.
Yeah, you can tell the Daubers are down over here on the Jacksonville sideline, and it's just deflating, especially when you're coming off a 51-19 loss.
There's a live ball fumbled out of bounds, though. So Jacksonville will retain possession.
Good grief.
Oh, boy.
It's just, you know, that's what happens. Things just start to roll over, and it becomes, like I said earlier, a self-fulfilling prophecy that when something goes wrong, everything starts going wrong. And the game started off rough for Jacksonville, and you know, you had the 2 interceptions. Then, of course, the second one was the pick 6, and Crandall smelled blood, and Jacksonville did not respond well. Jacksonville has been down They got down to the 27 one time, and they got down inside the 20 to the 17 before they got stalled and they got the field goal. But that's about it for Jacksonville offensively. But defensively, guys, they can't stop Crandall. I mean, Crandall can throw all night long. This is like 7-on-7. You know how, I mean, just ding, 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 all the way down the field.
Yeah. Well, the Indians back to work. Hicks, in the backfield, I should say, with McCowan, and he'll get the pitch. Will resend. Boy, he is swallowed up.
Man, nobody held their ball there. Wow. Reese did a good job just losing 5. Because right when he got the toss, I mean, it was like they were on him. Man, there is something about this field. The officials now talking to the Jacksonville coaches. They're just like a foot on the field. And I remember all the coaches do that every week. I don't know what's so special about here in Crandall. They don't want you
McCowan loads up, and Richards. It is just out of the reach of Brendan Richards. Ran a good route.
Yeah, nice ball by Brady, throwing it on the sideline and keeping it in play away from the corner. And interesting how Jacksonville, the last couple of deep passes, they've gone after Kendrick Jones, the left corner for Crandall. He's got 3 picks, and they continue to go after him. Maybe they think the law average is catching up with him.
Maybe so.
You know?
McCowan this time looking right, throwing incomplete, and
yeah, just
tell you what, he was looking for Jermaine Taylor, and Taylor kind of shoved after the ball was gone.
He's frustrated.
Kind of shoved that corner.
Yeah, he's frustrated because, I mean, the ball was gone before Jermaine planted his foot. And when he turned around, the ball was already way past him, and just bad timing between him and Brady McCown. But Brady McCown's getting pressured. He's got to get rid of the ball. He's going to get sacked. The Jacksonville offensive line has been unable to hold off this Crandall defensive front. Brady is just having to get rid of the ball way before the receivers get out of their routes.
Low snap to Nunez. The rugby-style punt is away. Anderson back to receive as it bounces into his arms. He's able to grab hold of it. Now he's going to reverse field, and he's got lots of green. There's a cutback block. We'll see if that was a clean block.
Nope, it's a flag.
Anderson still on his feet, but it'll be coming back. That is a blindside block.
You know, these kids love those hay shots like that, but you cannot come back and blindside block. I made that rule several years ago, and yet players still love to crack back and catch a guy when he's not looking, and they're going to get Crandall for this one. What a return by Jones. Just snatching it up and taking off. Gets this one called back, though.
Yeah, that was plain as day that was not a clean block.
$15 yards from the spot of the foul, pushes Crandall way back in their own territory. But what a turnaround that was, because the return was about to the Jacksonville 35.
So now Crandall
back to their 20.
Sitting on their own 20 is where they'll start things. Wickersham going to look right, throw right. Good coverage this time, and not much doing.
Yeah, Nehemiah Boyd, Nemo as we call him. Nice job. On the Tulsa commit, Josh Smith. I mean, you just want to keep that guy in front of you. Okay, he's got speed. He's tall. He's 6'4". Look at the size differential, Aaron, as you look down there between him and Nemo.
Yeah. This time the handoff, big burst, gets the penalty yardage and more back, picks up a first down.
So Jermaine checks in for Nemo at right corner.
And this pass is caught on a slant, another first down for the Pirates, and so they're moving again.
That seam route, I mean, it's like when I call the seam route just up the hash marks, so they're going hurry up here, hang on.
So Wickersham going to hand off to Anderson. Anderson with a burst of speed. This may be 3 straight first down pickups, and it is.
How many passing yards, I wonder, does Crandall have throwing that little seam route at the hash marks? A bunch.
Yeah,
Jacksonville
they sure do there.
They've had no answer for that. Not an out route, not a slant route, just straight up the seam where the hash marks are. They've been killing Jacksonville on that play.
So they'll have 2 receivers on either side this time.
There it is
Wickersham
again.
throws across the middle. It's caught. And that's the first time on this drive. That's the first play that has not resulted in a first down.
It's the big fellow Smith with the catch. Jacksonville trying to get guys off the field. And Crandall's ready to go. The official steps in, stops play. Now Jacksonville has him in.
So Wickersham looks to the sideline. He gets the play, steps up, and calls it out to his line, and then takes a snap, drops back, deep ball, one-on-one, touchdown, Crandall.
33 yards. I told you a minute ago, this is like 7-on-7.
Yeah.
We're just going to throw it deep, and you're going to have to go up and try to get it out of the air, and you can't because we're 6'4" and you're 5'10". That's what it really comes down to. You can coach and you can, have guys in position. Jacksonville's in position to make some of these plays, but those guys are just jumping up and snatching it over their head.
Yeah,
it's a physical thing.
That touchdown for sure was not a situation where Jacksonville got burned.
No.
They just got beat physically.
Jacksonville's been beat by 2 touchdowns tonight deep. The other ones have been like they're right there, but those guys just go up and get it.
So now the extra point attempt brought to you by our friends at Neighbors Coffee is up and good. So with 3:31 to go here to halftime, the score now Crandall 35, Jacksonville 3. We'll be back after a short break for more Fighting Indian football on JISD Live.
When life throws you a curveball, give it to the guy who can knock it out of the park.
A high drive to right, sending Ludwig back. It's gone! Micah Hoffpower.
Call Micah Hoffpower at Texas Farm Bureau for all of your life, auto, and home insurance needs.
Since 1953, Hubert Glass Oil has been serving East Texans the finest automotive fuels and lubricants. Hubert Glass Oil Company, the clear solution for your business.
And we're back live here at Crandall's Pirate Stadium. 3:31 to go, first quarter, and it's been all Pirates. 35-3. High kickoff to the far side. Short return there, and Jacksonville back to work from the Indian 37.
Yeah, it's just been ugly with a capital U. Ugh. Drew Dials for Jacksonville, by the way, on that kickoff return. Fans, stay with us for the Whataburger halftime report. We'll have the performances of the Jacksonville Twirlers, the Cherokee Charmers, and, of course, the Jacksonville High School Band. Statistics sponsored by Randy Gorham, CPA. Todd will have those. And we may go try to find some 6'5" cornerbacks that will play for us in the second half. Coach told me that Coach Holman said, hey, they got some long, tall, lean receivers. Boy, he wasn't kidding.
He was not. Handoff straight ahead for a short gain. And we do apologize if our viewers have been dealing with a little bit of feedback. So we can hear it up here, Matt. We're going to try to get you hooked up with a new mic at halftime and hopefully solve that problem. We go under 3 minutes here in the first half. Jacksonville just looking to get something going Brady McCowan looks right, throws.
Hoffpower.
Got a man with some space as Hoffpower, as he's got the Bill McCray Ford first down to midfield.
Good throw by Brady, and Thad, boy, lowered that shoulder. Dished it out after he caught the pass, gets the first down.
So now Dede Morris, and again, we've said it before, Matt, he just runs downhill. He took that handoff at full speed.
Now Jacksonville with the up-tempo.
So they'll go again to Morris, and again, he will barrel ahead, and he's got a Bill McCray Ford first down.
Doing it again. Keep going. They're going to keep going with the up-tempo when you get a big play.
So this time, McCowan back to Morris. And again, he burst through the line for a few.
3 consecutive carries by Dede will earn him a little bit of rest.
Yeah.
He gets a little high five from Jaden Boyd as he checks out. Boyd will check in at running back.
Yeah, 1:59 and counting here first half as the wind has picked up. Some lightning off in the distance. Jacksonville looking for lightning to strike for them in the form of a touchdown, but instead Jaden Boyd just runs into the line and he's slung down.
Boyd kind of took exception to the sling down tackle right there. And actually lost about a half yard on that one. So third down 6 for Jacksonville as we go below 125 in the remaining in the half. Stay with us. We'll have our always appreciative halftime interview with head coach Jason Holman. I'm sure he is not a happy camper right now.
McCowan going to look to the slant route and just incomplete.
Just out of the reach.
Zeke Whitaker.
Yes.
Yeah, Zeke had 6 right there, it looked like.
I mean, he had his hands on it. I mean, it was a little bit high, but a catchable football. Should have been a score. Brady had him down, just let him just a little bit too much. Drew Dials will check in for Ryan Walker.
Yeah, fourth down here, but Jacksonville going to go for it. And why not? Down 35-3, you need points. So McCowan loads up, slings over the middle, and incomplete. So that will
just off right
end
there.
the drive.
I mean, throwing it to Thad Hoffpower in 4th and 6 on a tunnel zone right there, and just wasn't happening. Just throwing it a little too high for Thad to get. Brady's pass just off. Whew. I was wanting to get out of the first quarter earlier. Well, I got to tell you, I want to get out of this first half. This is just bad.
You and everybody on the Jacksonville sideline, Matt.
Yeah, it's just ugly.
But with 59 seconds to go, we'll see how Crandall approaches this thing. They're going to fling one with Wickersham and just underthrown. Good coverage.
Nemo,
knock
good
that
play.
Ball away from is Boyd, as again he was outsized but not outmatched on that particular play.
Yeah, great job by Nemo just staying with it. He had inside leverage, and boy, Big Smith went by him 6'4", and then Nemo just caught up with him and slapped it away.
And this time the handoff to Anderson. He goes straight ahead for a nice chunk, and then he is tripped up.
Well, you're up 35-3, Crandall, and they're still taking downfield shots. That's how they're playing. They don't even look at the scoreboard. They're just going to do what they do.
It's also still the first half.
Yeah,
so.
it's true. Yeah. I mean, you don't sit on a lead. I'm not saying that, but boy, they like to do what they're doing right here.
Yeah, this time the receiver wins the battle and picks up the first down. Josh Smith with a catch.
That's what you call inside leverage by the receiver.
Yep.
Getting inside the corner and just snatching it down.
And you've got to give him the advantage off the line against Boyd. We did see Boyd make a nice play earlier, but they're going to pick on him again. This time it's underthrown. Boyd got a little bit of help.
There's 3 Jacksonville Indians down there on Smith.
Yeah.
Yep. Reese Hicks came over. Trent Powell as well. Nemo's going to get a much-needed break right here. Get some water, son. You've had your hands full.
Indians were able to knock that one away from Smith. But, boy, just looking at him up next to these Indian defenders, and, gosh, the size difference is stark.
A little better matchup here with Jermaine. But, they are targeting him a lot tonight, aren't they?
Yeah, they sure are. It looks like Wickersham going to be chased out of the pocket and fires incomplete. Just bounced that one off of Logan Wellbanks.
Hey, Wickersham got a little wheels coming out of there for Crandall. Jacksonville broke on it right there. Kincaid incomplete.
3rd and 10, 7 seconds to go to the half, so we'll see if Crandall just takes a shot here.
They've been taking shots the whole game.
Yeah, why wouldn't they? Stay with us at the half. We'll have the Whataburger halftime show with the Fighting Indian Band, the award-winning Cherokee Charmers, Jacksonville Twirlers, and then we'll be along for Ask the Indians, one of our new favorite segments this year.
That is great.
And then
then
the first half stats, such as they are, sponsored by Randy Gorham CPA.
Jacksonville with a timeout. Can't carry those things in with you, so defensive coordinator Bradley Gandy says, let's call timeout here. I mean, let's make sure that we don't let them take a shot here from the 45-yard line.
All right. Ryan Travis just let me know that Ask the Indians this week is pretty good, so stay tuned, folks. I'm on the edge of my seat, which is a very hard metal bleacher.
Well, look at it this way, Aaron. Look across the way at that press box. Kind of looks like a train, doesn't it?
It does.
Very small.
It does.
Yeah.
Sort of like a deer stand.
Yes, you could be very cramped. It looks like 3 deer stands put together.
That's it.
You would really be uncomfortable in there.
That's true.
So here we go, back to play, 7 seconds. Jacksonville got their safety valve, Zeke Whitaker, back deep. Oh,
well, they got Jacksonville to jump. And Wickersham going to take a shot, triple coverage. And the Indians come up with the interception, but it'll all be coming back.
Yeah.
Yes.
Should be the half, but they can't end it on a defensive penalty, so they get one more play.
So you said at the safety valve, Zeke Whitaker, he was the one who came up with the ball, but unfortunately, because Jacksonville jumped offside, there will be one more play here.
Yeah, there should be zeros on the clock. They didn't. I mean, you went from 7 seconds to 5 seconds. Well, the play's dead. So does the clock run? Question. Yeah, it runs. So the clock keeper thought, well, it doesn't run because Jacksonville jumped. There's a flag. No, it doesn't.
Yeah.
It runs until the official blows the whistle.
That's right. And so now it'll be an untimed down. So one final play here in the first half, and you know what's coming. A deep shot from Gage Wickersham.
Well, they don't have Smith in the game, but they do have Collins.
And so we'll see what Wickersham does. He's chased out left side and just going to have to scamper out of bounds to avoid the pressure. And so that will bring the first half to a close. Here at the half in Crandall, the score, the Crandall Pirates 35 and the Jacksonville Fighting Indians 3. So tough first half. Matt, we'll send it down to you for our All Smiles interview with head coach Jason Holman.
Now let's get head coach Jason Holman. He's going to put his headset down here, and then he'll come over here and join us. Official talking to him for just a moment here. Said, talking about which way to go. And, of course, the wind's picked up, Aaron. You mentioned the lightning. I saw some of that myself down the south way. So
seems to be still some distance, but
Coach, just tough first half, man. I mean, just everything that could have gone wrong did go wrong. Your assessment?
Pretty exasperating, honestly. we're not playing, and it's our fault. They're not ready to play. We're not rising to the challenge. We finally figured out if we'll challenge them a little bit and make them have to throw it over our head, then, we've got a chance on a 50-50 ball. But early on, we weren't willing to do that and get up, and particularly in the passing game, and press them in the secondary. So, leaves a lot of throwing lanes. We've got to gain our confidence. We got to come out.
Yeah, and they do have physical receivers. I mean, the Tulsa commit Smith, they got 3 long. You said those receivers were long and tall, and you weren't kidding. They're very physical. They got a great passing game, but you're trying to get on track offensively, and that's been a struggle too.
Yeah, well, that's certainly not any form of complimentary football. So it's both sides struggling. We just got to regroup, Matt. We got to figure out how to go out and compete and go out and try to battle with them. I don't know what else to say about it.
It's mental right now, isn't it? I mean, it's all mental.
100%. And we got to find a way to play even when things aren't going our way.
Coach, thanks.
Thank you.
Head coach Jason Holman on the All Smiles halftime interview. Guys, I'm going to toss it back to you, and we'll take a break, and we'll come back and we'll get the Jacksonville halftime show.
Sounds good. We'll take a short break and come back for halftime. This is Fighting Indian Football on JISD Live.
Dr. Folden, Dr. Westbrook, Dr. Stocks, and their dental team at All Smiles provide a wide range of dental services. This includes cleanings, fillings, crowns, bridges, implants, and cosmetic dental care. Call and schedule your appointment at 903-586-0741.
I'm Matt Montgomery. For over 40 years, my business has helped people manage their money and organize their financial life. I'm a registered investment advisor with the state of Texas and chartered financial consultant. Whether you need portfolio management or comprehensive financial planning, I can help you. Call me for a free consultation. Since 2004, Legends Old Time Burger Cafe has been the home of Jacksonville's best old-fashioned hamburgers. Hand-battered chicken strips, chicken fried steak, fries, and onion rings are the best around. Legends, home of Jacksonville's best old-fashioned hamburger.
Welcome back to Pirates Stadium here in Crandall for the Whataburger halftime report. We'll toss it back down to Matt shortly as our producer extraordinaire, Ryan Travis, is going to make his way field level with a replacement microphone. We apologize for any feedback that our viewers might have picked up in the first half. We've had, I think, some interference issues here tonight.
Yeah, we've had a lot of interference issues here tonight.
We've had a lot of things that have interfered with the way we thought this ball game would go.
Yes.
Crandall enjoying the big lead.
Wow. Oh, man. All right. I'm going to quit moaning down here. Let's turn our attention to the award-winning Cherokee Charmers right now, huh?
Yep. Can see you too, Ryan. Ladies and gentlemen, Ryan Travis. Hey, Matt. Ryan has made his way down with a mic change for you.
Gotcha. I got 97 texts here. Hang on. I'm working here.
It's the black hat. He's a popular man.
No. Okay, what do you got? Oh. Okay, it'll work.
Everybody wants investment advice, Matt.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, how's that sound?
Sounds good.
Does it? Okay, it sounds kind of echoey, but it's okay.
Sounds pretty good up here, I think.
Sounds clear, yeah. I don't know if you can get, when they get the camera, when he gets it pointed on this thing. This looks like something my grandkid would hold with a little hair on it.
Little fuzzy.
Little fuzzy thing on
Sort of looked like a fly, a fishing fly.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. Okay, Jacksonville High School Band now performing here in Crandall at Pirate Stadium. We're at halftime, the Whataburger halftime report. Let's listen in. Jacksonville High School Band performing here at halftime, led by Donnie Barrier, longtime band director for Jacksonville High School.
Test. There we are. Matt, we were mentioning the lightning off in the distance. I just checked Facebook, and our friend Brian Houston, former Fighting Indian play-by-play man, who of course now is broadcasting for Longview, says that the Longview-Tyler Legacy game is in a lightning delay.
Wow.
So
I'll tell you
there
what.
may be some weather in the area.
Yeah, what I saw a moment ago, I mean, it was pretty far away from here, but it was lightening up pretty good, so I could see that. What is rain? I've heard of it. Thank you. What? Not use this?
Put it in your pocket. I'll bring it out up here, but just in case.
Do I need this?
I just keep it in case you need it.
Okay.
Nothing like live TV, Matt.
Yeah, it's perfect, isn't it? Okay. Let me get back out here so we can get this mic onto the band. Jacksonville High School Band with another outstanding performance along with the Charmers, the Twirlers. Guys, I'm going to toss it back up to you guys and let's do some statistics and see if we can find any joy out of those, huh?
We will try, Matt. It is 35-3 in favor of the homestanding Crandall Pirates here at the half. Right before we dive into these stats, I'll look to our producer Ryan Travis here, but
I think we'll probably have to catch that.
I was going to ask if we wanted to ask the Indians, as we normally do, and we will. So it is time for this week's installment of Ask the Indians. Enjoy.
Lion King. Right, Lion King.
Cars, all the way. Got Lightning McQueen out there.
Yeah, Cars.
Just saying it, but I said that.
Cars, by far.
Princess and the Frog.
Lightning McQueen, I mean, you can't get better than that.
Oh, the Star Wars Disney.
Yes.
Star Wars.
Any Star Wars movie.
No,
Revenge of the Sith. Bro, that's so boring. When I watch it,
Alice in the Wonderland.
Man, hit that.
The movie. That was hard.
Cars.
Alice in the Wonderland.
Yeah, Alice in the Wonderland, yo. She used to be my crush, I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, nah. Mulan, bro. Mulan.
Leo and Stitch. Mine's gotta be that's the first movie I ever watched as a kid. That's my favorite.
Princess and the Frog. Cars. Star Wars. Buddy. Shaky.
Finding Nemo, by far. Cars. Finding Nemo. Cars. Cars is so much better. Life is a highway, brother. We ride it together.
So another great Ask the Indians. Looks like a lot of Cars fans, a lot of Lightning McQueen fans in the JISD Fieldhouse, and Indians need to find some of that speed to go with some more offensive production here in the second half as they find themselves down 35-3. As we bring in Todd Travis to go over these first half statistics, brought to you by Randy Gorham CPA. And Todd, it has been a rough 24 minutes of football for the Tribe.
It has. The Indians struggled moving the ball And the stats definitely reflect that. We had 20 rushes in the first half for a total of 48 yards, 9 receptions for 77 yards. And individual stats, rushing, D.D. Maris had 8 carries for 33 yards. Reese Hicks, 6 carries for 14. Jaden Boyd, 5 carries for 10 yards. Passing, Brady McCowan, 9 completions on 25 attempts for 77 yards with the 3 interceptions.
Yeah, those 3 interceptions, of course, we've worn this out at this point, but Kendrick Jones of Crandall hauling all of those in the first quarter. And I don't know about you, Todd, but I think that's the first time I've ever seen that in a ball game.
Same player
in one quarter.
And he made some pretty spectacular catches. It wasn't just thrown straight to him easy. He took the one away from Jermaine and made a pretty nice catch down close to the goal line. So
yeah, he sure did. I will say this, Todd, looking at the first half and trying to find some bright spots with Jacksonville down 35-3. One thing I really liked is the way D.D. Maris, and of course we've said this for 3 weeks now or 2 weeks now, the way he ran the ball just at full speed, and we've used the word downhill over and over to describe him, but the fact that he gets a handoff really at full speed and ready to run, and
he did. He was
seen the burst, what the burst will do for him, and I think he's a guy that is going to need to feature in this Fighting Indian running game even more as we go on through the season and in the second half here. Of course, with the lead being what it is, Todd, you might expect more passing. The Indians, I think, are going to have to feel the need, I think, to put the ball in the air even more in the second half. And of course, you worry about this Pirates secondary, but you've got to score quick and you've got to score in bunches.
We do. We need to score. We also just need something positive. Whether it's rushing yards, passing yards, we need a good drive. We need to move the ball.
Yeah, and of course, it's all going to have to start with a defensive stop. Of course, Jacksonville got the ball to begin the ball game, and so you're going to be kicking the ball to a Crandall offense that has a lot of momentum going for it. And so we'll see what the Fighting Indians can do to slow down what has really been a runaway train for Crandall in the first half. And you can tell by their numbers, I'm sure, Todd.
Yes. You want to take a look at their stats?
Yeah, let's do.
So Crandall had 12 rushes for 91 yards and 16 catches for 229 yards in the first half. Quarterback had 16 completions on 23 attempts and 4 touchdowns.
Yeah, it seemed like they were able to just move the ball at will, especially through the air in the first half. And we've talked about it. A lot of those touchdowns were not situations where the Jacksonville secondary necessarily got burned, Todd. They got beat by tall physical receivers who were just able to go up and get the ball when Jacksonville's 5'10", 5'9", 5'10" corners just not able to compete with a guy that's 6'4" like Josh Smith.
And big-bodied receiver, too.
Yeah.
Not only tall, he's good-sized athlete.
Yeah, so. Absolutely he is. And you talk about him being a Tulsa commit. Anybody who is a D1 receiver commit, I mean, we know, having watched Devin McEwen last year and Chris Carpenter before him, those guys just look different. They're built different. And we're getting to see that on the Crandall side here tonight.
Now, we are, watching pregame warm-up, we talked about on the way over here that number 11, number 12 are going to kind of be the main receivers. Well, they definitely stood out in warm-ups. You could tell they were the stars for them. So,
yeah, I mean, when you have guys like that, and I keep coming back to Smith, number 12. Now Collins, number 11, he's in there as well, needs to be mentioned in that conversation. But when you have guys like that that attract that much attention, you're gonna naturally want to put more put more on them, try to stop them. We've seen Jacksonville doubling and tripling both of those guys at different times, and we've seen it work a few times. We saw, Nemo Boyd taking a great angle and getting leverage on a big play against Smith in the first half. We saw a situation where Jacksonville had him pinned up in triple coverage, but unfortunately it's when you can get those guys on an island with a one-on-one situation where Jacksonville's secondary has really struggled, and I think anybody would against guys with that type of talent.
Well, and their quarterback's been able to find two other receivers as well in the first half, Jeremiah Douglas and Logan Wilbanks. And I know we're focused on number 12, Josh Smith, but Jeremiah's got 3 catches for 68 yards and 2 touchdowns. So I say leading receiver, but Logan Wilbanks had 4 catches for 67 yards and a touchdown.
Yeah.
And then Josh had 6 catches for 66. So 3 guys right there even with each other.
Well, that's the thing. When you're able to spread the ball around to so many receivers and there's so many effective receivers, it really is going to test the defense, especially one in like Jacksonville's that was already had been tested a lot, and we're obviously coming in to this ball game from a game where Whitehouse was able to move the ball at will and come in kind of demoralized, it has to be said, and unfortunately that seems to kind of have carried over here into the first half of play, and something needs to change in the second half for Jacksonville. But as we said, it's going to have to start with that defense that's been it's really just been victimized. There's not much of another way to say it. And so we'll see how they're able to answer the bell, Todd, in the beginning of the second half.
We will. Yeah. Hopefully we'll make some adjustments at halftime and be ready in the second half.
Yeah.
We just need to slow them down a little bit. Like you said, we need to get that first stop.
Yeah, I think you get a stop on the opening drive. And because there were some bright spots for the Jacksonville offense. We talked about Morris's ability to control the ball, to control and the running game's ability in general to control the clock. You make a stop on that first drive, and then you control. You come out with a well-controlled drive in the second. That first possession, second drive of the half. If you score
and build some momentum for us,
and then you, I think, you're having a different conversation.
We are,
but you've got to make that stop if you're Jackson.
We just need a few positive things to kind of go our way and get a little momentum, and hopefully we can build off of that.
Yeah, I hope so. And Ryan, what is your assessment of the first half? Obviously, Jacksonville trailing big here. We've talked about the stats such as they are. Unfortunately, not a lot of great numbers, but any bright spots that you saw that you'd like to highlight there in the first half?
I mean, not a ton of bright spots. The whole first half was, let's just say it was bad. It was really bad. Jacksonville comes out and, almost within the first 5 minutes goes down 21-0.
Yeah, it was.
And when you come out and at the start of the first quarter, a guy has 2-3 interceptions.
Start of the second quarter, but yeah.
It's demoralizing. You said it. And Jacksonville's got to find a spark. They kind of came out flat, maybe lacked some focus again this week, kind of like we heard from Coach Holman last week. And I don't know what that you can say to these guys to get them fired up during halftime to come out and be ready to start this third quarter. But you got to get them a spark because they need something to come out and fire on all cylinders. It is worth noting, I don't know if we've talked about it much, Michael Miles is on the sideline tonight, not playing. So that's a huge loss on defense for Jacksonville.
Yeah, Michael was our spotlight player of the week last week. He's been a huge asset to this Indian defense for a year and now the first 2 weeks of this season. And
he's also a pretty big leader on the defense as well.
Yeah,
when you're missing one of your big leaders out there, it kind of is tough for somebody else to step up, but someone's going to have to do it.
Yeah. It's got to be, again, it's kind of coach speak, I guess, but it's got to be that next man up mentality. And we'll see who can fill that role for Jacksonville And we haven't mentioned that very much tonight, but yeah, that's a big loss for Jacksonville. Michael Miles. I mean, he's a guy you've really been able to count on to make tackles for sure. I mean,
yeah, guys, just an update on Michael Miles.
Yeah.
I asked him why he wasn't playing. He has a trachea injury.
Oh, boy.
I mean, he said he has an injured trachea, and he's going to be out for 3 weeks.
Oh, man.
I know. No, it's your leading defensive player, you know.
Did he mention? I mean, I don't know if he caught an arm or a.
Didn't say.
He
just reached up and touched his throat and said that his trachea got moved.
Oh,
so they have to let's go back to the doctor and make sure it's okay. But he said it's going to be at least 3 weeks. Guys, just looking around the area at scores, just kind of checking in on some of those. Let's see here. Of interest, Texas High beating Benton, Louisiana, 48-7. That game's in a delay. A lot of games east of here are in a delay. Like y'all mentioned, the Longview game, 28-7 Longview over Tyler Legacy. That is in the delay. 3-0 Kilgore over Pine Tree in the third, it says. 3:38 in the third, and it's 3-0 Kilgore over Pine Tree.
Wow, what year is it?
I know. That's crazy. And get this score at halftime, Marshall 21, Henderson 20.
Holy moly,
yeah,
that's
man.
an unexpected score.
Yep. Third quarter, hit Palestine leading Livingston 14-7. Liberty Ilo 12, Mount Pleasant 7. Third quarter score, Sulphur Springs 21, Hallsville 14. Tyler Chapel Hill all over Greenville 42-0 at the half, just as we expected. And one other couple of scores of note, White House 45-6 over Corsicana going into the fourth quarter. Well, guys, White House has got some talent. They're for real. I mean, that's a decent Corsicana team, and they are spanking them. It's 28-23 Van over Lindale as they start the third quarter. Rusk and Athens playing right up the road here at Bruce Field. Rusk leading Athens at the half by a score of 24-21. Guys, that's a roundup of some of the scores in Jacksonville's District 9 4A Division 1. Both teams are back out on the field. We're about to get this second half underway. Hopefully for Jacksonville, just put the second half away, put that on ice, refocus, win the second half.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, we'd like to thank Randy Gorham, Mayor of Jacksonville, and your hometown CPA, Randy Gorham. He's been providing fantastic service to folks in Jacksonville since 1984. We'd like to thank Randy for sponsoring all of our statistical breakdowns throughout the season. A reminder, Randy will join us for our pregame interview next week as Jacksonville welcomes Pine Tree for homecoming 2023. So looking forward to that conversation. Looking forward to hear a few fish tales from Mayor Gorham, of course, a noted fisherman.
See that lightning down south of us here, or east of us, I should say.
Yeah.
Kind of picking up a little bit. We're set to go. Jacksonville's kicking off. We'll have the win in this third quarter.
And a lot of it.
So we're set to go to start the second half of play. Here's Jesus Nunez with teed up for Jacksonville, and here's Aaron Swink.
Popped up on the near side. We'll see if there's a fair catch or a return. They're going to go for the return of the Pirates, and all kinds of room up the near sideline, and tiptoeing down the sideline is Kendrick Jones, and he will make his way deep into Fighting Indian territory. So just like that.
Well, just poor kickoff coverage.
It was.
I mean, this not in their lanes at all. How does a guy go down the sideline? The outside guy's got contained. You can't let a guy go down the sidelines like that. Just kind of pinched in, kind of, went toward the ball. The guy made a move, and you got to turn the guy back inside. And Jesus Nunez saves the touchdown, but not before it gets returned to the Jacksonville 31.
So just like that, Crandall back in business in the Jacksonville side of the field, and the toss out to the right side is complete to Wilbanks for a few.
Drew Dials with a tackle for Jacksonville. Lots of different passing lanes for this Crandall Pirate football team.
Yeah, they had a very balanced stat sheet among their receivers at the half. So really, they've been able to move the ball pretty much
nice
at will. This is good defensive play. As you said, Matt, the Indians not allowing that stretch play to develop from Anderson.
Yeah, it's a nice play by Zadarius Hinton, the senior. Just coming off the backside and just running down Andrew Anderson of Crandall. So it's 3rd down, 5 to go. You know, Jacksonville struggled last week with kickoff returns against White House. Had a couple tonight that's hurt them. That last one was, well, we'll see what happens here on this drive for Crandall if they convert it.
So Wickersham looks to the sideline to get the play. He's got Anderson to his right side. He has 2 receivers on the right side of the shotgun set, 1 on the left. He fakes a handoff to Anderson, steps up in the pocket, overthrows his man.
Good pressure. Josh Gaskin getting in the backfield along with Hinton again, forcing Wickersham to step up in the pocket, and when he did, he misread his receiver. His receiver went to the inside. He threw to the outside, incomplete. So 4th down, 6 to go, and Crandall will keep their offense on the field on 4th down in what's known as 4-down territory here. It would be, it would be a 45-yard field goal from here, so that's out of the question, especially with the wind in their face.
Into a very stiff breeze, I was just about to say.
So let's see if Jacksonville can get their defense off the field here with a stop.
So Wickersham takes the snap, drops back now, climbs up at the pocket, just going to have to keep and run. 1st down yardage for him and more inside the red zone down to the Jacksonville. Call it about the 17.
Yeah, it's so frustrating. Your secondary does a nice job covering everybody, and then the quarterback slips out. Look at that great coverage, and he couldn't go anywhere but just run it.
So Wickersham hands off to Anderson, kind of fakes his way into the line, then stretches the play to the right side.
God, did you see that move?
Hurdles a man there at the end.
Ronaldo Nehemiah action. Am I dating myself there? Is that too long ago, Ronaldo Nehemiah?
I was going to say, you're jumping in the Wayback Machine there.
Hey, I didn't go Edwin Moses. Ronaldo. I got a little bit sooner. Ronaldo was in the 80s, okay?
So now handoff is again to Anderson and straight into the line. And he is in for the score.
So here comes the swinging gate by Crandall after the touchdown.
Yeah.
Nothing to that. Just like a little extra running for their linemen. Maybe they do that, give those guys a few reps.
Little conditioning for those guys.
You know.
So the Crandall band goes into the Pirates of the Caribbean theme. I've heard that quite a few times tonight. The extra point attempt brought to you by our friends at Neighbors Coffee is up and good. So with 9:41 to go here in the 3rd quarter, our score now, Crandall 42, Jacksonville 3. We'll take a short break and come back. This is Fighting Indian Football on JISD Live.
Gene Bromlow, class of '66, and his daughter Ann Farmer proudly support Jacksonville athletics. Come on over to the South Jackson Dairy Queen and get one of their world-famous blizzards. Dairy Queen, where happy tastes good.
Tonight's game statistics are sponsored by Randy Gorham, CPA. Randy Gorham, CPA, the source for your accounting and income tax needs since 1984.
For the first day of school, for the last day of work, for the satisfaction of a job well done, for the...
All right, we're back. And we're back live here as Crandall extends their lead to 42-3 with 9:41 to go, 3rd quarter. And Matt, not the way the Fighting Indians wanted to start the 2nd half.
Not at all. I mean, that's when you want to get a stop and get some momentum swinging the other way, and it continues to be bad news. And here's even more bad news. Look at this.
Yeah, kickoff to the far side, and they let it bounce.
Hey, you got to give Crandall credit. They're up 42-3, and they're popping up kickoffs and throwing deep, and they don't care.
Well,
I mean, they're just pinning their ears back and saying, if you can't stop us, too bad. I mean,
and here's the thing. I mean, it is a non-district ball game, and so they're trying to get things right that they want. They want to have dialed in for their games that count. And I I mean, you really can't, you can't blame them.
Well,
you just don't want to be on the other end of a game like this.
The most important thing for Jacksonville right now, play yourself. Forget Crandall.
Yeah.
Play yourself here. Work on the things that you need to work on, because you start district in 2 weeks. I know you want to forget this one and everything, but you got to work on your own game.
Yeah, 2 receivers each way from McCowan. He's going to try to set up a screen play to the left side to Thad Hoffpower. He picks up a few, and then he's pulled down.
Jason Krause, the head trainer for Jacksonville, just came up and showed me the temperature on the field. It's 9:24, and it's 101 still on the field.
Oh, my goodness.
That's crazy.
Wow.
Got a flag procedure. I don't think Jacksonville had enough men on the line of scrimmage.
And you got to think, Matt, obviously the sun's been down for quite some time, but this turf has been just baking all day long. And so, yeah, I mean, it's surprising but that it's still over 100 on the field, but that's what happens.
Well, he's
summertime in Texas.
He's talking about the actual field temperature.
Yeah. The turf itself.
Yes.
And, the handoff to Mares, and again, he bursts up the middle, picks up a Bill McCray Ford first down. He was one of the bright spots that we were able to mention at halftime, is that
up-tempo.
He just has the speed when he can hit the line like he does again here. He'll pick up a few more, maybe one, as he's slung back. But you've got to like the way he attacks the line of scrimmage.
He has both. I mean, like his shoulders are parallel to the line of scrimmage. His head's down. He's leaning forward, and he's just running straight over his pads. Downhill, as we say. Tough runner. Jaden checks in for him. He has the ball.
So Jaden gets the handoff, and he'll make a few miss. First down and more. There goes Jaden Boyd, and he's finally dragged down, but not before he bursts inside the 10. He's got the Bill McCray Ford first down, and he's got the Fighting Indians on the doorstep.
Yeah, just a great read by Jaden coming off Dakota Whitley's block.
So now Boyd again, right into the line, and he battles down near the 5.
Just planted that right foot on that previous play. Oh, no, Jaden's down. Okay.
Oh, you hate to see this as a Fighting Indian fan. Let's see if he is able to pop up. He is.
I mean, if you can hear my voice when I know it sounds kind of wimpy when I talk like that when Jaden goes, this kid's torn 2 ACLs.
I was going to say, we've seen this too many times with him and this young man, and so you worry when you see him stay down.
So we got a flag, it looks like unsportsmanlike, on Crandall. Number 7 said something, Zachiel Davis. It's a dead ball foul, and it's on the defense. I saw number 7 saying, "What'd I say?" It's always the arm spread,
Yeah.
Spread the arms like, what did I do?
It's not a good look.
So first down and goal for Jacksonville. No, second down and goal, I should say.
See how the Indians attack this one here as they've got Hicks in the backfield with McCowan. Snaps a little bit high. The handoff's to Hicks. Hicks is in. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
Fighting Indians on the board with a score. Nice answer. And again, that's the first drive. To me, that's the first drive. It wasn't a very long drive. I mean, it's just a few plays. They did come away with a touchdown. But it just looked like there was a little rhythm. It looked like guys were playing together. Guys were reading their blocks. Guys were getting their blocks. Nice job by that right side of the offensive line for Fighting Indians, led by Whitley, the senior. Here's Jesus for the extra point. Trevor will hold.
So the extra point attempt brought to you by our friends at Neighbors Coffee. The kick is up, and it is good. So with 7:56 to go here in the third, the score now, Crandall 42, Jacksonville 10. We'll take a short break and come back for more Fighting Indian football on JISD Live.
For the past 40 years, Swink Studio of Dance in Jacksonville has provided instruction in classical ballet, tap, jazz, hip-hop, and contemporary dance styles for students age 4 through high school. Select classes for adults and award-winning competition teams are also available. For more information or to enroll a student, contact the studio today and let's dance.
Bill McRae Ford has been serving East Texans since 1976. They can help you find the best deal on a used car or if you're ready to purchase something new. Open Monday through Saturday. Bill McRae Ford. Come see us.
And we're back live here in Crandall, where Jacksonville has answered with a touchdown, their first of the ball game. Score now, Crandall 42, Jacksonville 10, with a Fighting Indians scoring drive summary. I'll throw it over to Todd Travis. Todd?
It was a 6-play, 59-yard drive, finishing with a touchdown, making the score Crandall 42, Jacksonville 10.
And that is the first rushing touchdown for Jacksonville in 2023 in the first, the first 2.5 ball games. They got onside right here. Look at this.
So now, see if Jacksonville can get this onside kick.
It looks like Jacksonville got
it. And they did. They did. Looks like Luis Mancera came up with it.
Wait, what are the officials? One called it Jacksonville ball. Now they're having a little huddle here.
He's trying to say we touched it. We didn't touch that ball.
Nobody touched it.
No, they watched it rolling.
Oh,
no.
No. That was perfectly executed.
It was, and Mancera was able to get in there. Question will be. Yeah.
Oh, they said illegal touching.
The call.
Nobody touched that football. I mean, it was Jesus who was the closest one to it, and he didn't touch it.
Well, Ryan's got a replay. Let's cue it up here, Ryan, and we'll take a look and see what we can see. It sure doesn't look like anybody touches this ball until it's well over 10 yards.
The white hat's telling Jason Holman now he kind of did his fingers like somebody touched it with their fingers. The ball's on the ground rolling.
Yeah,
Nobody touched it.
Nobody reached down until it was well over 10 yards.
Oh, my gosh.
Nevertheless, you got to shake that off if you're Jacksonville and get the defense ready to go. Unfortunate for the Indians, but you can't. Fortunately, there's no challenges yet in high school football. Give it 10 years.
I just don't like the other official that came in and overruled the guy.
Oh, I agree.
I mean, he called it. Let it stand. Golly, look at that.
Throw over the middle is caught. And so the Pirates now moving back into Jacksonville territory just like that.
Of course, this is a Dallas officiating crew, which I think they've done a great job tonight so far. I do. That call was suspect.
Anderson gets the handoff. He's going to try to stretch this play to the right side, and he'll make his way out over the 35 and move the chains for another Pirate first down.
Well, Crandall's picked fourth in their district, in the 5A district they're in. I tell you what, if they're fourth,
oh boy,
the other three teams are pretty good.
What a district! So this time Wickersham fakes a handoff, rolls to his left, throws, and good coverage.
Jermaine made his presence felt right there. Ball thrown a little bit behind the big fella, Josh Smith, the big receiver for Crandall, but Jermaine there to make sure that he didn't reach back and get that one. 2nd and 10 now.
So Taylor's done a nice job when he's been matched up with Smith. Here's Anderson with a big burst up the middle.
Man, you make a good play. The very next one, they just gash you for about 12.
And so they'll move the chains again. Well, the Pirates, and threatening the Indian end zone once again. Wickersham going to put this one up to the right side. Incomplete.
Reese, I'm not sure why he was jumping right there. Just go get the ball. Did you see that? He was the only one close to the football, and for some reason he jumped. I don't. Just looking at it, if he just keeps running, he might pick it off. So 2nd down 10, as the Pirates continue to do what they do, they take shots downfield.
So now back on the ground with Anderson as they continue to pepper him in on this drive as well.
Jacksonville's losing gap control here on the defensive line badly. So got an injured player for Crandall down. A Jacksonville player, I should say.
So as the training staff comes out to take a look. I think we'll step away for a short break here. This is Fighting Indian Football on JISD Live.
We'd like to say thank you to tonight's team meal sponsor, Roma's Italian Bistro. Thank you for your valued support of Jacksonville Athletics.
Bill McRae Ford has been serving East Texans since 1976. They can help you find the best deal on a used car or if you're ready to purchase something new. Open Monday through Saturday. Bill McRae Ford. Come see us.
And we're back live here with a third down. Crandall threatening again in Jacksonville territory. The handoff is to Andrew Anderson, and he will battle ahead for first down yardage, and Jacksonville's just got to get him down. Finally do.
That is what you call a major league scrum there, buddy. For about 5 yards, the pile just, unfortunately, if you're at the bottom of it, like Jermaine is right now, getting up, walking like Fred Sanford. No, check that. That's not him. That's Elijah Thompson. He's okay. Get off the field. No, we got 12.
2 receivers on the right, 1 on the left. Anderson the back. This time it's Wickersham. Left side throwing, double coverage. Doesn't matter for Josh Smith.
Man, there is just, I mean, Jacksonville has their best athlete on that guy right there, Jermaine Taylor. It was as good a coverage as you could have. He was in his face. He had his hands up in his face when he makes the catch. And Smith just reaches over and pats Jermaine on the helmet and said, sorry, dude.
Better luck next time.
Yeah, he said, sorry, just kind of patted him. Oh, my goodness. He has got some great ability, this Josh Smith. I can see why Tulsa wanted him.
So now the extra point attempt brought to you by Neighbors Coffee. It is up and good, and it is not good for the Indians. 5:49 to go here in the third. Crandall 49, Jacksonville 10. We'll take a short break and come back. This is Fighting Indian Football on JISD Live.
Since 1953, Huber Glass Oil has been serving East Texans the finest automotive fuels and lubricants. Huber Glass Oil Company, the clear solution for your business.
The honey barbecue chicken strip sandwich is delicious. It's got that barbecue flavor, the cheese melts on top with that Texas toast. You look at it, your mouth starts watering. It's my go-to sandwich. The honey barbecue chicken strip sandwich, that's my all-time favorite.
I'm Matt Montgomery. For over 40 years, my business has helped people manage their money and organize their financial life. I'm a registered investment advisor with the state of Texas and chartered financial consultant. Whether you need portfolio management or comprehensive financial planning, I can help you. Call me for a free consultation.
And we're back here at Pirate Stadium in Crandall, where unfortunately, Matt, it looks like the wheels may be starting to fall off yet again.
Well, as Todd just pointed out, I mean, you know, they have 49 points and there's still 5:49 remaining in the third quarter. And I don't see Crandall doing anything different, stopping. I mean, Jacksonville's just got to physically try to make the play.
So, short kickoff to the far side, fielded
Dials
by the up man. Dials still on his
feet.
He goes. And he's going to get away and get deep into Pirate territory. And it looks like
did he score?
We'll
he
wait
did.
for the signal.
He did.
There it is.
He
touchdown.
Did. Drew Dials goes into the Mixmaster. Everybody thought he was down. He just popped out, heads toward the Crandall sideline, gets up the field and out races everybody, gets to the pylon for the score, and somebody's hurt over there, maybe Dials.
I think it is Dials.
He took a wicked shot at the pylon. He did get the score, but more importantly now, how is he? That was by the way, that was a 60-yard return. He caught it right at the 40, I believe. We'll have to check the replay and see. That would be the second kickoff return of the year for a touchdown for Jacksonville in 3 games. More importantly, let's see. Yeah, y'all have to check the replay.
The concern here is certainly for Drew. as the training staff takes a look. We're going to step away for a short break and come back. This is Fighting Indian Football on JISD Live.
Gene Brumlow, class of 66, and his daughter Ann Farmer proudly support Jacksonville athletics. Come on over to the South Jackson Dairy Queen and get one of their world-famous blizzards. Dairy Queen, where happy tastes good.
Tonight's game statistics are sponsored by Randy Gorham, CPA. Randy Gorham, CPA, the source for your accounting and income tax needs since 1984. Since 2004, Legends Old Time Burger Cafe has been the home of Jacksonville's best old-fashioned hamburgers. Hand-battered chicken strips, chicken fried steak, fries, and onion rings are the best around. Legends, home of Jacksonville's best old-fashioned hamburger.
For the first day of school, for the last day of work, for the satisfaction of a job well done, for the ideas that change the world, for good times, for not so good times, for her future and hers and his, for serving our customers and connecting communities. We're here with you for good. Austin Bank, with you for good.
Headed the other direction with the dunk. Carmelo Claiborne with 22 seconds remaining. What a great play from Roberto Munoz. Wade with an opportunity, sends it to goal, and it is in. What a goal. Lauren Wade gets Jacksonville on the board.
Dr. Darwin Dar and his staff at Dar Chiropractic specialize in family chiropractic care, exercise rehab, digital x-rays, nutrition and weight loss programs, decompression, and chiropractic wellness care. Located down the street from the Tomato Bowl, Dar Chiropractic. They can help you feel better.
Our one-of-a-kind mushroom Swiss burger is back.
And now it's an all-time favorite. You're going to love this burger. That au jus sauce on top.
The creamy au jus sauce.
Every bite's perfect.
It's not just a mushroom Swiss burger, it's a Whataburger mushroom Swiss burger.
As ETMC joins the UT Health family, we're bringing a new vision of healthcare to East Texas, where the brightest minds in academics and medicine work together to treat the most complex health challenges and improve lives, where access to world-class medicine and cutting-edge technology will bring health, hope, and a brighter tomorrow. We are UT Health East Texas, advancing healthcare together.
When life throws you a curveball, give it to the guy who can knock it out of the park.
A high drive to right, sending Ludwig back. It's gone! Micah Hoffpower.
Call Micah Hoffpower at Texas Farm Bureau for all of your life, auto, and home insurance needs.
For the past 40 years, Swink Studio of Dance in Jacksonville has provided instruction in classical ballet, tap, jazz, hip-hop, and contemporary dance styles for students age 4 through high school. Select classes for adults and award-winning competition teams are also available. For more information or to enroll a student, contact the studio today and let's dance.
When life throws you a curveball, give it to the guy who can knock it out of the park.
A high drive to right, sending Ludwig back. It's gone! Micah Hoffpower.
Call Micah Hoffpower at Texas Farm Bureau for all of your life, auto, and home insurance needs.
Since 1953, Hubert Glass Oil has been serving East Texans the finest automotive fuels and lubricants. Hubert Glass Oil Company, the clear solution for your business.
As ETMC joins the UT Health family, we're bringing a new vision of healthcare to East Texas, where the brightest minds in academics and medicine work together to treat the most complex health challenges and improve lives, where access to world-class medicine and cutting-edge technology will bring health, hope, and a brighter tomorrow. We are UT Health East Texas, advancing healthcare together.
And we're back live for the extra point attempt after the Drew Dials kickoff return for a touchdown. Extra point attempts brought to you by our friends at Neighbors Coffee. And Jesus Nunez on to attempt the point after for Jacksonville. Kick is on the way and good. So with 5:36 to go here in the third quarter of play, the score now is Crandall 49, Jacksonville 17. We'll be back after a short break for more Fighting Indian football here on JISD Live.
Gene Brumlow, class of 66, and his daughter Ann Farmer proudly support Jacksonville athletics. Come on over to the South Jackson Dairy Queen and get one of their world-famous blizzards. Dairy Queen, where happy tastes good.
Tonight's game statistics are sponsored by Randy Gorham, CPA. Randy Gorham, CPA, the source for your accounting and income tax needs since 1984.
For the first day of school, for the last day of work, for the satisfaction of a job well done, for the ideas that change the world, for good times, for not so good times, for her future and hers and his, for serving our customers and connecting communities. We're here with you for good. Austin Bank, with you for good.
And we're back live at Crandall's Pirates Stadium, where the Fighting Indians have just added the extra point after the Drew Dials kickoff return of 60 yards for the touchdown. Now the kickoff popped up to the near side and fair caught.
Well, it's 14-14 in the second half.
It is. And, you know, you said coming into the second half, if you're Jacksonville, the focus has got to be win the second half. And right now you got a tie ball game.
That's right. I mean, look, you're down 35-3 at the half. I mean, you don't expect to have a comeback unless you're, the Houston Oilers and getting beat by the Buffalo Bills at the time.
What a game that was.
Yeah, 93, yeah. So here's Crandall. They'll start this drive with their 33.
So the handoff to Anderson, and he burst his way into the line.
Yeah, that's a new runner. That's
Check
Andre
that. Yeah,
Moreland.
well, that is Moreland.
24.
Good spot.
So they're just gashing Jacksonville.
So 5:15 counting here, third quarter. There are those who would say the rest of the ball game's academic, but as we said, Jacksonville trying to play themselves and needing to make a stop here. Having a hard time bringing down the receiver.
He's like 6'4".
Yeah,
Hayden Chaffin, a junior,
so
with his first catch.
There's another one.
I mean, he's, he has to jump around in the shower to get wet. He's pretty skinny.
Yeah.
But he's about 6'4". We got an injured Jacksonville player now. Who is this?
Somebody on the near side that looks like was involved involved in that tackle for the Fighting Indians. So again, with the training staff out, we'll step away shortly. This is Fighting Indian football here on JISD Live.
We'd like to say thank you to tonight's team meal sponsor, Roma's Italian Bistro. Thank you for your valued support of Jacksonville Athletics.
Bill McRae Ford has been serving East Texans since 1976. They can help you find the best deal on a used car or if you're ready to purchase something new. Open Monday through Saturday. Bill McRae Ford. Come see us.
Since 1953, Hubert Glass Oil has been serving East Texans the finest automotive fuels and lubricants. Hubert Glass Oil Company, the clear solution for your business.
The honey barbecue chicken strip sandwich is delicious. It's got that barbecue flavor, the cheese melts on top with that Texas toast. You look at it, your mouth starts watering. It's my go-to sandwich. The honey barbecue chicken strip sandwich, that's my all-time favorite.
I'm Matt Montgomery. For over 40 years, my business has helped people manage their money and organize their financial life. I'm a registered investment advisor with the state of Texas and chartered financial consultant. Whether you need portfolio management or comprehensive financial planning, I can help you. Call me for a free consultation.
And we're back live after the injury timeout. Hopefully not too serious, but looks like was Devereaux went down for the Indians. Now run straight up the gut for the Pirates.
Looks like a little bit of change of offense here for Crandall as they just run the ball pretty exclusively on this drive that started at their own 33. Now it's at the Jacksonville 44, I mean.
Now they're going to throw as Wickersham throws it out to his left, and Jacksonville all over it. Nice defense from the Indians.
Just keep playing. Don't look at the scoreboard. Play yourself. I mean, that's really what you got to, if you're Jacksonville, if the coaching staff, I mean, that's really what you got to be coaching them up on right here. And I'm sure that's what Jason Holman told him at the half. I wasn't eavesdropping, but it sounds reasonable.
Yeah. Third down.
Oh,
now they're going back to the deep ball.
Yeah. Wow.
And good coverage.
Yes, Kincaid. Gaskin will check in at linebacker. Jaden Boyd will check out. Fourth down. 8 to go. The Jacksonville band behind me getting jacked up here. Trying to mess up a little bit of cadence here of Crandall.
Indians looking for a big fourth down stop. Fighting Indian band trying to help them out.
Hard count, and Jacksonville didn't fall for it. That's good. They may punt this.
Could be a quick kick. It will be. Of course, nobody back for Jacksonville, so just going to be a matter of where this stops rolling.
Reese, what are you doing, Reese?
Just outside the 10, and yeah, I don't know.
Oh, my goodness.
Get
back,
I'm not quite sure what Reese Hicks had in mind there.
Oh, my goodness.
Because obviously the ball's dead once it's touched by a Crandall player, and so it's not like he was going to.
I thought he was going to touch it before they did.
Well, yeah, but it wasn't like they could have fumbled or something and given him the ball.
That's right. I mean, I don't know that gamble right there, what you're thinking.
Yeah, there's not a pro. That's all con.
That's right, exactly.
In that situation.
So first down at the 11 for Jacksonville. You notice who we didn't see in that last offensive set for Crandall? Number 12.
Yeah.
I don't think we may not see him the rest of
Smith
the night.
may be done. Yeah. We'll see if McCowan and the Indians can get a little something going. Who else but Didi Morris to run with a head of steam And a big gain for the Bill McRae Ford first down.
Showed a little bit of zip, too, when he got to the outside. He's limping a little bit. He'll stay in the ball game, though. He's shaking that right leg like got kind of twisted up there. Nice run.
Hopefully maybe he just got.
Yeah, he's going to check out. Gaskin will check in. 16-yard carry there for Dede.
Yeah, he's coming off a bit gingerly, is Dede, so hopefully not too bad for him. The handoff is to Gaskin.
Oh, gosh.
He'll try to stretch the play to the right, and unfortunately, he's got nowhere to go. The man they call Gaskin.
Boyd will check in for him after the carry, but that was not Gaskin. He's frustrated right now, but there was just no getting past that front. Not a very good job on that right side that time by the Jacksonville offensive line as Crandall had that stuffed. 2nd and 13, loss of 3.
So we'll go down under 3 minutes here as McCowan loads up to throw to the right side. It's caught by Taylor as he went up and high-pointed the ball. Another look at the completion.
Well, there's another Division I receiver in this ball game, Jermaine Taylor, with 3 offers. He'll get more before it's over. Snatches that one down for a nice pickup to make it a very much more makeable 3rd and 3.
So 2:47 to go, third quarter. Jacksonville not quitting here, looking to add some more. We're going to add some more yardage here, and hard yardage at that.
Should have it. Let's see the mark here. No? Yeah,
there it is. Another Bill McRae Ford first down.
Quick hint. Don't watch the guy with the down marker when you're trying to see if they got a first down. He always walks up and just plops it down by the front stake. Uh-oh. What?
Well, a lightning delay, yeah, and so.
Oh, come on.
Those are 30-minute minimums.
No way. You got to be kidding. This is the longest trip of the year, and we got to wait 30 minutes to play?
Wow.
No. All right, I'm filing a formal complaint.
Well, we will
get
a little direction from producer Ryan Travis here.
Well, I can talk, but I can't kill 30 minutes. Unless you want it to get really bad.
Unless you want to bore unless we want our audience completely and utterly bored.
I mean, I can talk about anything, whatever you want to talk about. But it could get
Well,
bad.
we could talk about your 1-0 fighting Texas Aggies.
Nah, let's go on to something else.
Don't jinx it, huh?
No, they play Miami tomorrow. I don't want to talk about how good that was.
That's right. That's right.
Could be bad. Well,
lots of good games on the slate tomorrow, though.
There are a lot of good games.
Texas at Alabama. Alabama returning the favor, putting the Texas band in the nosebleeds. That'll be interesting to see.
Yeah, that will be. All right.
And a classic ACC-SEC matchup tomorrow, SMU and Oklahoma.
Got a little rain coming here.
What is that? Rain?
I
oh, my goodness.
saw some heavy drops just drop in front of me.
How about that? Well,
I'll see you guys.
We've got this electronic equipment, and so
y'all take care.
We're going to take a break here, and I'll see what Ryan Travis has in mind.